This episode is sponsored by TryHavocEnergy.com. Make sure you guys head on over to TryHavocEnergy.com. Use code CBB25. Get you a tough for 25% off. You know what I'm saying? But without any further ado, let's get straight into the episode. It's your boring HTX, man. I'm back on here with another episode of the One Shot Podcast. As y'all always see, I always got an amazing special guest with me today. Today we got my boy classifies himself as the smoothest voice on Twitch. I ain't gonna lie, when I saw that stream notification, I'm like, what in the fuck did that mean? Because I followed you before I heard, you know what I'm saying, how you sounded like, and I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying, he the type person, you know what I'm saying, you meet him 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying, you drop his kids off at your house, you know what I'm saying, they feel safe, you know what I'm saying, kids feel safer around him than you know what I'm saying. Next thing you know, he ain't the dad no more, you confused, you know what I'm saying. You wonder how the hell this happened so fast.
Type shit. That's funny, dog. That's funny, bro. Appreciate you, dog.
For sure. But we got my boy Vino Flight, my boy Dev, my boy. How we doing today, man? How we doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm little jet lag. Just got back from Europe, literally a couple hours ago. Finally walked into the crib, so. But we good. It's good to be back in the crib. Good to be back home. Europe was amazing, but I mean, there ain't no place like home, bro.
For sure, man. Just hopped off the plane, hopped off the jet, hop in the whip, hop back in the crib, get straight into it. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Gotta respect the work ethic. You gotta respect the work ethic.
Yeah, man. The work don't stop, bro.
For sure. I do want to ask. You know what I'm saying? What country did you visit? You know what I'm saying? Because was it like one country in particular, or like a little tour that y'all did with Europe?
We went to Paris. Let's see, we was out there for 9 days, well, really 8. We went to Paris for the first 3, 3.5. Then we went to Switzerland, and because my wife has a cousin that lives in Switzerland.
That's fire.
So we went to visit her and her wife in Zurich, and then me and my wife went to a city called Interlaken, and Lauterbrunnen. I mean,
nice.
Switzerland is absolutely one of the most beautiful places in the world. Like, if people don't know about Switzerland, take the time out, do some research on Switzerland, man. Like, Switzerland, and obviously, you know, Switzerland is neutral, so everybody is really just vibing. I've never seen a country that really care about their people. For example, I went into a public restroom, and after I was done, I looked to my left, and I saw like a emblem of a needle, and I was like, so I walked out and I asked the cousin. I was like, "Hey, yo, what does that mean?" She's like, "Oh, well, out here they know people are gonna do drugs, like, so they're not gonna stop them, so they just don't go ahead and make it safe. So if you do your drugs, like, just dispose of it safely." Yeah, bro.
Wait. What the? Excuse me for my French. What the fuck? What?
Wild, bro. Like, prostitution is legal out there. Like, it's like, and they have it set up. They have it set up to where it's safe for the woman. So it's like certain things where it's like you can't unlock the door from a certain side, or you can't lock it from a certain side. Like, only the woman's side is unlocked or something like that, bro. But they were telling me about it, and I was like, that's kind of like, you know, all right, get your money, baby. Like, if that's what you want to do, sell your kitty on the street, you get your money. But like, it's dope that they making it like they know they're not gonna be able to stop people from doing it.
Yeah.
So they making it to where it's safe for people to be able to do it. Like, you do what you do. But Switzerland is just absolutely amazing, dog. Like, it's a vibe, bro.
That is something the prostitution one. I think I've heard other countries do that one. That one's, when I heard it, I'm like, all right, I guess, you know, some countries they just like, all right, you know what I'm saying, do what you do, make your money, but
Right.
don't be stupid, you know. Like, some individuals, you know what I'm saying, some of you men, you know what I'm saying, y'all are not healthy people, all right, you know what I'm saying, go fix yourself, all right. So some of y'all some dirty people, so y'all going from person to person without verification or without, you know what I'm saying, make sure you straight and the person you interact with is straight. But now that one,
Right.
I kind of understand that, because they like, all right, you know what, we might as well make it safe if people gonna do it anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
Which makes sense. But the drug one, that threw me off.
I'm telling you, like, imagine just walking into, and the public restroom is clean. Like, like, imagine, I can't even say, like, you know, porter potty is what obviously you got your public restrooms out here.
Yeah.
But it's like literally, it's not like a whole thing where multiple people could go in. It's one stall, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like an enclosed thing. So it's like a sliding door. You walk in, the door slides, and it's all like metal on the ground. Toilet is all clean. Like you do your business, you flush. They got stuff to dispose, and literally after I like washed my hands and walked out, the floor like started cleaning itself. It cleans
You're
itself like
lying.
I kid you not, bro. It cleans itself on like a I think it's on like a time limit, like probably like every 30 minutes, every hour or some shit like that. But like, bro, I walked out and my wife was about to walk in, and she's like, "What the fuck?" And it was cleaning the bottom of the floor. Like the water was going through. Like that's why it's metal on the ground. Like Switzerland has it figured out, bro. It's the little things, bro.
It's the little things,
It's the
bro.
little things, bro. They have it figured out, dog.
Dude, cause I'm thinking right now, cause bro, hey, look, as a guy that's lived a decent couple years on this earth, some of the bathrooms I've went into, I'm like, bro, just C4 this whole shit, man. Like, destroy this whole. Just make you can't. This is beyond clean, bro. Just you can't clean this, bro. Like destroy the whole thing, make a whole new infrastructure, bro. Cause I'm like, bro.
Right.
It be people that, like I said, look, I've been through middle school, I've been through high school. Shit, college was a little better, but with them middle school, high school years, man, people just be shitting on the toilet. So
you go into the stall and you sit there in disgust, like how. Like,
sometimes you walk in and you just like, hell no.
Yes, bro. It's like as soon as you walk into the bathroom, I'm like, nope, I can hold it.
Like, nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's exactly how I go, bro. That's wild.
Man, there be times there be times in high school, man, you leave the class, you know what I'm saying, you walk out, you know what I'm saying, 'cause you're like, man, I don't want to be in class, you know what I'm saying, so you go into the bathroom, you hear somebody just you'll hear somebody just forcefully fucking, I'm like, nope, nope, this ain't it, bro. Smell like ass. I'm out, bro. Man, and one thing, and another public service announcement I'm gonna say, all right, to anybody on this earth, right? If you encounter me in person, if you shit and you don't wash your hands, you need to tell me up front. Cause if I shake your hand and I find out, I might just go to jail, like for the rest of my life. Like that's like that was instilled in me when I was like 6. I'll be like 20, 30, 40, and it's not like, if that's not a ingrained part of your brain, man, y'all need to go to Switzerland. Y'all need to go to Switzerland. They need to teach you.
They need to teach you for sure, because that's you just I just know your whole life is dirty.
From head to toe, man.
Your whole life is dirty.
Yeah,
like everything about you is dirty. Your crib dirty. Your car dirty. Your workstation is dirty. You dirty as a person. You probably go in raw with the prostitute. Like it's so much.
How y'all getting the prerequisites wrong, man? Like
exactly, bro. It's
man, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. But yeah, so my boy Dev, I hit my boy up, so you know what I'm saying. So I gotta ask, right? For those y'all that are tuned in to listen to this episode, I gotta ask. For everybody wondering, how exactly did you come up with your name? Because I see on certain platforms it's VinoFlight, some platforms it's FlightWhite. So it's like it's slightly different variations on different platforms. So how exactly did you come up with your name? I know part of it's probably your actual name, but
yeah. So how I came up with it was during COVID, and I was thinking about getting into streaming. I had a couple of the homies tell me about it, and I was like, I was already my nickname in college because I hooped. I had a little bounce on me, so people would call me Flight. And so everybody, like, last name being White, everybody be like Flight White or Flight. Like that's back in Oklahoma where I went to college. Everybody would say Flight. There was people that didn't even know my real name. They just knew me as Flight. They'd be like, "Hey, yo, is Dev playing?" And they'd be like, "Oh, that's Flight."
Oh yeah,
yeah. So, and then I had that part, and then the Vino part came from Kobe. Kobe, he was like, I think when he as soon as he went to the number 24, and people starting to talk about like age, and he was like, I'm like Vino, I age like wine. As wine gets older, it gets better with time. And I was like, I like that because I'm getting into this whole streaming thing real late. You know what I'm saying? I'm 33, and I did
Ain't
this
a such
shit
thing
when I
as
was
late.
28. You know what I'm
Ain't,
saying? Like, and that's one thing for like new people. Like whether old, young, ain't no such thing as late. But you know, took the opportunity with me being an older content creator, older streamer. I just went with the name Vino Flight, and it kind of started ringing and sticking, and I just just took it from there.
got you. So question. So you had mentioned that most people call you Flight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even like after, like even like post college, the people that know you personally, even though they see you
Oh,
afterwards,
bro,
they'll still.
if I go to Oklahoma and they see me, Flight was good. I ain't no dead. Back home in Houston in the Mo City, people know
Mm-hmm.
me as D White. And so it's like, all right, D White was like D White around Mo City. Oh yeah, he go. I got to Oklahoma,
Nice.
it wasn't no D White. It was Flight.
Got
Like
two
all
different
it took,
aliases in different places.
yeah, like it was crazy. And then it got to the point to where like it trickled. So like now I go back home to Mo City, some people call me Flight. So
Got you.
it trickled. So Flight just kind of stuck.
Okay, so Flight's starting to be the universal name at this point.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. At this point,
that's fire.
at
That's
this point.
fire. That's fire. And speaking of him hooping, I want to give you a congratulations. You know what I'm saying? Because look,
Oh, yeah.
when I saw the post, I'm like, look, I know he hoops, but I'm like, you know what? F it, why not? I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know him fully. I haven't had a full conversation with him, but I'm like, you know what? If I could influence this decision at all, why not? So I tagged him. I'm like, hey, bro, this is the guy you gotta have. He's gonna drop 30. I tagged you under, and I was looking under. I'm like, bro, it's a bunch of other people that tag you over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, if he doesn't get picked, this whole thing's rigged, man. If he don't get picked, this whole thing's rigged, bro. So for anybody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, my boy Flight is on the roster for the Movement King Classic with Warzone movement legend himself, Mr. JoeWo. Mr. JoeWo himself, because I always see Joe. He always posts like clips of him hooping and shit like that, and I'm like, and then I have like two other people that I know that be hooping, and they like, bro, if I were to 1v1 one of these Warzone streams, man, it's over with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, we gotta bring somebody who really know how to hoop. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that like you had, you know what I'm saying, ex-college athlete. You know what I'm saying? You got the credentials, you got the skills. I'm like, bro, gotta tag him under there. You know what I'm saying? And he ended up being on the freaking roster. I know Joe was looking at this, and I'm like. Joe was looking at that like, bro, who is this guy? Like, this guy's been tagged like 64 times. This is Jesus himself. Like, who is this? You know what I'm saying? Hey, so walk us through that process, because I know there's, you know what I'm saying, he probably reached out, messaged you, y'all chopped it up, y'all sorted out the details, and then you became on the roster. Walk us through that whole process, because I know you was getting tagged a lot. He had to pick you.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I shout out to you and everybody else that tagged me, man. It's really a blessing, because like it's not like, I mean, I obviously, retweeted it and asked for people to, tag your boy. Like I felt like it would be a big step for me, especially with streaming content, networking, and then be able to combine my two loves, which is obviously basketball and content creation. So that was dope. But the whole process, I really think so we haven't, like, I didn't know. Like, I was in Europe and I saw the rosters drop. I was literally landing back in Paris. This sound like a mean flex. I ain't even gonna lie. It sound like
Go
a
ahead and say
mean
it, man.
flex.
Who cares, bro?
So I was flying back from Switzerland to Paris, and when I landed, I saw like got off the airplane mode, and I just seen like Twitter notifications going crazy, and I'm like, huh? I looked and I saw, which I low key on the lowest of keys, very minimal, got beef with Joe with the picture they took, because you could tell they just went to the first picture they could find.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? But I saw that and I was like, oh shit. So I'm outside of Paris airport lit. Like, I'm tired, but I'm lit. So it was dope as hell to see that. I didn't have any type of contact. Nobody really hit me. I want to say maybe one person hit me and asked me for like my name, like my preferred name I would want.
Gotcha.
And I was like, that's cool, but I've been in too many situations to where people have said stuff like this, and I've been let down tremendously. So I know not to get my hopes too high. But I think all of this, I think why I was really put in mind was way, way, way back when. I say like maybe about a year ago or so. I was watching Joe play Warzone, and I went to Twitter and I tweeted like, watching JoeWo play Warzone is like legit poetry in motion. It's therapeutic. And he responded. He's like, or he liked it, retweeted it. He's like, I appreciate you, bro. And then I went in the stream the next day and I typed in, you know, how you always hop in the chat and say what's up. Said what's up in the chat, and you know, mine was one of the names he caught. He's like, Vino, what's good? He's like, wait. Aren't you? Hold up. And then he switched scenes and he pulled up his Twitter and he's like, I don't want you to think I'm a creep or nothing, but I saw this.
Okay.
So yeah, exactly. I was like, huh? I was like, I didn't know where he was about to go with this. And at the time, like my wife and our setup was like right next to each other. And so I'm like smacking her, like, hey, baby, I don't know what's about to happen, but look. And he pulls up, yeah, exactly. So he pulls up the Twitter and he goes to my page, and my pinned tweet is a dunk I had on this 6'11" dude in the national tournament. And I just tweeted like, damn, I miss it. And he saw that and he played it for his stream, and I was like, yo, this is kind of crazy.
What?
Yeah, he played it for his stream, and then I think like fast forward like a month and some change later, he played it again, or he did it again. So I was like, oh, that's love. So I think he always had me in mind. Like,
you were always in the sights, you know what I'm saying?
I was always in the sights. And then obviously I got to meet him when I went to Vegas.
Nice.
For Nick Merck's MFAM Gauntlet thing.
Nice. Yeah.
I got to meet him. So it was kind of a vibe. But I definitely didn't know anything. I wasn't kept in the loop. Like I didn't know what was going on. So like we still, like, now I'm just trying to figure out details of what I need to do, what they need me to do, or whatever the case may be, and yeah, go from there. But it's been a crazy 72 hours for sure.
Man, hey, all I can say is congrats, my boy.
Appreciate
you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Congrats on that. Because when I saw that, I was like, because it felt great. Because I'm like, man, maybe that one extra tag just helped. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes people be doing things and they like, maybe they're unaware of the impact that maybe, because they look at themselves as one person, you know, rather than like a part of a collective, right? So I'm like, bro, if I add on to the extra people that are tagging them on this, I'm like, bro, Joe has to see this and be either, one, who the fuck is this, or two, you're gonna be like, who the fuck is this? I'm sold. So you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, bro, everybody is. I didn't see how to narrow the person tagged into this. I'm like, bro, if he don't get picked, this whole thing is rigged, man. So I'm like,
I didn't even look at the mentions, bro. Like, cause like once I put it out there, I tweeted it probably like 3 or 4 times, and like I tried to put it on my other socials, and like I know my Instagram following is way more than anything else that I have, and putting it on there, a lot of people on Instagram they don't.
Yeah, they don't be interacting. You know what I'm saying?
I was just like, you know what, like whatever, it is what it is. I'm gonna put it out there, and if I get some love, and so be it. You know, if the Lord said I'm supposed to be in it, I'm gonna be in it. I'm just gonna let it rock. And so like people like you and a lot of other people that was rocking with me and tagging with me, I greatly appreciate it, because I don't know if I would have been in it if I didn't have everybody tagging and vouching for me constantly, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Love. I appreciate it.
That's the benefit of support system. You know what I'm saying? But he about to look. I'm telling you right now, right? This man about to go out there. He about to be playing with sliders on rookie. You know what I'm saying? All the sliders up. You know what I'm saying? He playing on rookie. You know what I'm saying? Look, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not throwing no shade to the other competition. But he might drop 30. I'm just saying. Saying.
Listen, man, it's been a minute since I've been able to hoop. Like I just got back. I already told my ex-college teammate who's a trainer in the area. I was like, hey, I sent him the picture.
It's
time. I said, it's time to work, bro. I haven't touched the basketball in like 2.5, 3 weeks. I just need to shake off the rust, and I'm Gucci.
You know what I'm saying? Once you have the years of preparation built into it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. 2 weeks would be like, I feel a little rusty. Once you like 10 minutes, you know what I'm saying? It's like riding a bike, driving a car, playing Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter.
Yeah,
it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? The fundamentals start kicking in again. You know what I'm saying? And bam.
Exactly, bro. Exactly.
That's how it always goes. Also, for context, because you said you dunked on somebody that was 6'11". How tall are you?
6'3". Yeah. I used to get up on that run. I used to get up there a little bit. I got a little bit left in the tank, but you know now 33.
There's also left in the tank.
I'm just trying to be preserve the knees, do workouts to preserve the knees. But if you get me going, I'll catch you slipping.
There's
So
always some left in tank. That's how I always feel. You know what I'm saying? Just like I forgot who exactly said. I think either Swag said this, maybe JoeWo said this. It's never chalked. Never is.
never,
You know what I'm saying?
never.
Well, and sometimes you may surprise yourself. You know what I'm saying? You may always
Oh,
surprise
yeah.
yourself. That's why I always say it's never chalked, man. Always keep
Never
going no
chalk.
matter what, man.
Never
For sure.
chalk, bro. It's never chalk.
For sure. So, for context, you know what I'm saying? How long in total have you been hooping? Because I'm assuming because of the fact that you went through, you're at the point where you even got to D2 playing in college. You know what I'm saying? No matter how much you played in college, you still played in college, which is an achievement as is, which shows you're at least above at least 10% of the population hooping, no matter how good they were. You know what I'm saying? So walk us through the journey. I know you've probably been hooping since it's like a jit. You know what I'm saying? You were probably 5, 6. Pops probably picked you up. You know what I'm saying? He was dropping in the hoop. You know what I'm saying? Walk us through the hooping journey. You feel me?
Man, I think my first time, going off of what my family told me, they said when I was born. This is what my family told me. You know how
yeah, stuff always they take advantage that you don't got a conscience yet. Everything happens,
bro. Exactly. So when I was a baby, literally out the womb, still in the hospital, they said they lined up football, baseball, soccer ball, and basketball. And they said as soon as they put the basketball down, I picked the basketball up. How I'm able to do that, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they said. So, but I do remember like being about 3 or 4 years old, getting my first like Fisher Price goal, and in the old house we had like this long, not super long, but it was a nice size hallway. And I would put the basketball goal down the hallway, and I would just be dribbling in the narrow hallway, pulling up, shooting, reenacting what I saw. To the point to where like, I never wanted to let that go. I think I had that Fisher Price goal for like 4 years, to the point to like I was dunking on it and it broke. So I asked like my grandfather like put it back and put like duct tape around the rim so it could stay. And so I was doing that, and then finally when they seen how active I was with basketball, I think my first organized basketball game was when I was 8. Yeah, like 8. Didn't really like that league because it was outdoors, and they were like, it was like certain type of rules they were doing. Like you can only play a certain player for like 4 minutes a quarter. And I was always playing like the first 4 minutes, but I was always getting the bucket. So I wouldn't even be able to like finish the game. I would barely play. And I was like, nah. So I went to another league. And in that league is when I think my first game in the new league, it was the first Colony Little League. And my first game I had 34 in the game winning shot. And after that, it was just.
Wait, when you say first colony, you talking like we talking like for anybody with context? I'm not trying to be too federal, but we talking.
No, you good. You good.
we talking Sugarland.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about now. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
close by there. You know what I'm saying? I'm close by there, so I know exactly what you're talking about, man. But the thing that you mentioned, which is like you said, they played each player for 4 minutes. So how many players y'all have on one team?
Bro, I don't even remember. I just remember I think it was like, I want to say it was like 10 or 11 of us, bro. So it kind of like went like 5 in, 5 out, and so everybody gets to play. No trophies and
no. What kind of participation trophy bullshit, man? Let me hoop.
It was the worst league ever. And also on top of that, like, good thing that I stopped playing in that league because 1, we moved, and 2, I probably would have stopped because like it wasn't fun. It's like as soon as like I'm getting to it, like I'm out, and it was running clock. So I was just like, this is dumb. So we moved.
Trash.
I think we moved helped out a lot because then I got to that first Colony League, and I played in that league for 3 years, and all 3 years I was a bucket.
Nice.
So,
nice.
Yeah. And after that, it just kind of went from there. Went to high school. Went to Elkins High School in Mo City. The Fort Bend YMCA, I always say, is like the house I built. Like it was right behind my house. I went in there every summer from the 6th grade all the way till I graduated, and I got dunked on there for the first time. All right, I got rocked there for the first time. Like But then
Memories
I've
was
also
made there.
memories was made, but I've also like ran through a lot of comp in there. Like, you know, a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people from that time period like to some people like to disrespect and say that I'm not top 5 ever to go through there, but I don't I don't care what people say. Like top 5, everybody in their top 5, like I probably made them who they are today. I probably helped build the type of player they are today. Like
Man.
there's some homies that like, and no disrespect to them, they they great, like professionals, overseas professionals doing their thing, making a lot of money, putting up a lot of buckets overseas, doing something that I've never done.
Mhm.
But in the journey,
I was
they
there.
had to come through me.
I was
They
there.
had to come through me. I was there. They had to come through me.
I
But
was
I
the
mean,
final
from
boss, you know what
those,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
type shit. But you know, a couple of them homies, they do give that respect. But there's a lot of people that are friends with them that don't really get that respect, and I be having to dumb people down. But like, you got to understand, like I low key built that hoe. I made it to what it was. So,
He said I built that.
yeah. I
That's how
gotta
you know
let
he's
people
from
know,
Texas, bro.
man. Yeah, I built that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta let people know that.
Hell
For
yeah,
sure
man.
though.
Man, so quick question, right? And this is entirely out of curiosity. Are there any
Mhm.
players that you've played against that like at that YMC or you played against throughout your journey hooping that are now currently in the NBA?
None of them that are currently in the NBA that I
Mm,
can recall. I did have there's one player who played on the Toronto Raptors and got a ring.
mm.
Uh Eric Moreland. He's in China now.
Ah.
Yeah, he's in China.
Mm,
But a lot of the homies, I do have a couple of homies that I felt like should have went to the league or could have
mm.
been in the league, but they let the streets catch up. Uh, but there's one person in particular that I really believe should be in the league because he's just that talented. Like he is score, and I always knew he was because his brother was the one that should have been in the league,
Mm-hmm.
but got caught up. But guy by the name of D'Angelo Harrison, that dude is a bucket. I remember going to college and coming back and seeing him, and he was like, last time I saw him, he was like 5'10". He shot it to like 6'4", 6'5", and everything about him was smooth. Jumper was smooth, handles was smooth. He was kind of a big body, so he was moving people. And then I'm looking at the stats from like what he was doing in high school: 40 balls, 30 balls, back in like top ranked in the nation. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, like I didn't know you was doing it like that.
Wait,
Like,
question. Wait, real quick question. You said
mhm.
Harrison. Do you have a twin brother? Or
He didn't have a twin brother.
no? Okay, okay. Never mind.
His
Okay.
brother was a year or two older than him.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Damn.
yeah.
So you
I
said
know. I know what Harrison you talking about.
okay.
You talking
Okay.
about
Yeah.
you talking about Andrew and Aaron
I
Harrison.
think so. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
so.
I didn't get a chance to play against them, but they are from around here and went to the league and whatnot. So, but
Got you.
nah, the Harrison and D'Angelo, he a bucket. I think he just came back from injury. I think he's in Italy now, getting back to it.
Nice.
So yeah, it's been a lot of people I've played against at that wild that it went over the waters and made some bread. So
You know what I'm saying? Just know, you know what I'm saying? Throughout that journey, all those little extra steps, you know what I'm saying? My boy Flight at one point was the final boss, you know what I'm saying? For those that play like God of War and stuff, when you fought Thor, Flight was Thor. I'm just saying. You was Thor.
yeah,
You
I'm
know what I'm saying?
telling you,
You know what I'm saying? He thought, man, I could get this move off right quick, get this layup, bam! And then you just walking, you just
telling
seeing
you,
the
bro.
ball dribble out, he walking up, he like, he already had 3 point line, like, yeah, give me that shit, come on.
Yeah, give me that shit. Yep.
You ain't doing that shit with me, come on, give me the ball back, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was like, that was me.
That is crazy, man. But yeah, man, you know what's funny, bro? It's funny because you mentioned that, what was the name again? You said his name was Eric, the one that you said
Moreland.
was, what was it again?
Eric Moreland.
Eric Moreland, you know what I'm saying? Because you had said he was on the Raptors, but then he went overseas afterwards. It's funny because a lot of people on Twitter like making jokes about people that either go from like the league to like overseas. Because I forgot who it was. He was on, bro. I'm so mad that I can't think of the name right now. He was on
It's
the
got to be Dylan
Grizzlies.
Brooks. It's got to be Dylan Brooks.
That's what I was talking about. Yeah,
It's
Dylan
got to be
Brooks. Yeah,
Dylan Brooks.
yeah. Because everybody's saying, like, oh, yep, here's your contract to China. You know what I'm saying? But it's still
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you gotta understand, bro. Like, you're like top, maybe not even smaller than top 1% of basketball players if you're on the league, on the team, and getting as much exposure as he is, man. So even if you go from the league to overseas, bro, you're still getting paid to bounce a rubber ball on the damn floor. You getting paid to do it, and somebody out there is grinding every single. Cause I got a cousin who at one point growing up, bro, like eat, sleep, shit basketball. He'll on school night, he'll be hooping 3 a.m. just drenched in sweat, dehydrated, keeps hooping. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. You know what I'm saying? The amount of effort you put into it to be able to be at that position, bro. It's you gotta be grateful for regardless. So people on the internet, you know what I'm saying? Internet trolls like Dylan Dennis, but you know what I'm saying? Internet trolls of all kinds, man. They want to say all they want to on the internet. Right. And then when you take a look at their track record in real life, it don't match up with how much confidence they got on the internet.
Yeah.
Which it's kind of funny that I mentioned that because you saw that. Did you? I don't think you actually saw the fight though.
I didn't see the fight. I saw clips. I seen how like crazy it got after. Like, yeah, bro. The shit was wild.
I don't know what the fuck I saw. It was wild. I don't know what the fuck I was watching. I didn't watch all of it. But somebody was like, hey man, did you see the fight? And I'm like, when was the fight? They said 1. I picked up my phone. It was 5. I'm like, hold on, that fight already done. I'm like, bro, I ain't hearing nobody. My Twitter ain't booming. I'm like, what happened?
Right.
Man, I you know how you go to the little trending section on your Twitter? You know what I'm saying? You see all the things all the keywords that are trending. I saw, who was it? It was like Dennis Paul or Logan Dillon. I looked at it, man. I said, what the fuck is this? Somebody out here paid pay-per-view for this, bro. He landed like 2 punches. He swung on security guards. He 8 punches for 6 rounds straight. I'm like, bro, I didn't think he would win, but I'm like, this is like beyond, like this is far from disappointing. Like this is a far from a disappointment. I don't know what that was.
One thing I can say about all of them is that they know how to get to the money. They know how to get to the money. Like I honestly think, like, you know, I mean, that probably was some real beef, and I don't really be feeding into like Logan and Jake Paul and everything that they do. But you know, props to them because they really get to the money. Like they get to it. And I don't know if some of this stuff is like nowadays with content creation and how big it's gotten. Yeah, you never know what's staged and what's real. Yeah, like,
see, that's the scary part.
That's the scary part of it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with them, especially them. You don't know if that was staged or whatnot, yo. Like, I don't know if Logan and Dylan, they really got bad blood. I feel like they do because there was a whole brawl. So, you know, I feel like they do. But if y'all went through the limits to stage that, like, come on, bro. Like, y'all really do it a little bit too much.
Because you gotta understand, bro. We some busy people, so it's like you may hear it and you don't hold it with too much weight, but you see something else and you're like, I don't got the time of my day to really deep dive to see like to connect all the dots. So I'm making my judgments and my assumptions based off of what I've seen. And I may not scroll through the beef for like another 3 days or something, you know? So I come back and I'm like, this seems serious. Now, if it's a case where this was staged, my goodness, you guys are on Hall of Fame cap. That is crazy.
Hall of Fame cap. I'm talking about y'all gotta be up there, like at least bare minimum VP of social media marketing for leads.
Bro, imagine how much they made through like Twitter AdSense. Is it like AdSense? I don't know what it's called. The Twitter monetization thing for like impressions. Imagine how much they made from that, bro.
Yeah, I mean, bro, from any social media app, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, like, bro,
man, I
heard some of the stuff that Snapchat was paying out for some of these people, bro. Shorty said, I mean, obviously she get digged down for her daily job. Karina,
I think it's Cop. I don't know how to say it last time. I just hear Corinna, and I'm like, I know what you're talking about.
I saw a clip where Kyle Sinat was talking to her, and she said something like the most she made in the day was 14,500, and she was with Drake, and all she was doing was posting. Yeah, bro. She said, but you got to post like 50 to 100 stories or something like that. I mean, but shit, when you backstage with Drake, that's easy.
I ain't no problem. What you
That ain't
mean?
no problem. That ain't no problem.
That ain't no
Like,
problem. I section out the whole damn day. It was a 10 here, 10 here, 10 here, and 10 here.
easy.
Prepping for it, the food, the breakfast I eat, the fits that I got, the ride there, the actual concert, who I meet, like, bro, like, 51, I don't even care.
When you get a little bit of traction, bro, and they start reaching out to you like that, the money that can be made is I feel like it's easy, but it's difficult at the same time, because it comes to a point in time to where you just like, man, fuck, like, bro, I just want time to myself. Like, I don't even want to post nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I was supposed to like be recording and doing like a little vlog in Europe, and I was just like, I'm just trying to enjoy it. Like, I did it the first 10 minutes, and I said, man, fuck this. I
Yeah,
put the pictures
man.
up, and y'all can hit the like button on IG and call it good.
Call it a
But
day, man. Because there's a point where you sort of have that, like, I guess almost the grind phase with anything like with socials and shit like that. But then it's like, even sometimes maybe like the older we get, or maybe the more we see stuff that happens with certain celebrities, you know what I'm saying? Not to put too many names out there, but I'm scrolling through Twitter and somebody says Kai got caught up again. I'm like, what the hell do you mean caught up? Somebody just took a picture of a picture in his room, and I'm like, man, like, really? You only here to take pictures of you being in my room and putting it on your, that's the only reason why you here? Then it gets to the point where it's like, damn, did you, like, was that your main objective from the start? Like, then it gets to the point where it's like, you don't even like being around people, because most of the people you start being around, at least at a higher level, as the Kai Cenats, the Duke Dennis's, the AMPs, the Aiden Rosses, probably the Nick Mertz, even maybe the swag levels. To that extent, it's just like, you start to question everybody's motives that are around you to an extent. When you keep questioning it, you just like, bro, the person I can trust best is myself at the end of the day. So if I can just be at peace with myself and I can enjoy being with myself for as long as I possibly can, then cool, that's it. Yeah, it's doing that one collab, it'll make me some money, but like the money's the only thing I can gain from it. And I think it also matters how the amount of weight you place on the money you're gonna make. Because it may be a point where you're like, oh man, I can make $15,000. All this other stuff happens, man, fuck that. I don't got $15,000, man. But then you may get some more money, or you may even get older, and then you start realizing it's $15,000, but now I got fake beef, I got death threats, I got all this other dumb shit I gotta keep up with, I gotta make X amount of videos that I don't want to make. Then the money starts looking like,
is it worth it?
Is it really worth it? That's to the point where even where you mentioned where you're like, you on vacation, because if it's me, I'm not taking no pictures. You just know I'm there. Leave me alone.
Type shit.
Leave me alone.
And with all of that, bro, like one thing, and when I got a chance to meet meet Swag, I met him at Tim's tailgate, but I met him again in Vegas. Shout out to Matt Cracks.
That's editor, right? I think he is.
I think he's like one of his editors, one of his videographers for sure. But I know he in the new squad house. But shout out to Matt Cracks. I chopped it up with him at the tailgate. That's where we met up. And then I saw him again also in Vegas, and I was chopping it up with him, and he introduced me to their trainer and Swag again. I was like, yeah, I met you at the tailgate. He's like, yeah, I remember you. And I was chopping it up with them three, and I was just like, from their point of view, they probably look at it as cap, because they probably hear a lot of people say it. But like, when I go to these things, I don't care about your stature, what you could do for me, the money that you got. Like, I'm really here to build a genuine relationship.
Yeah.
Like, just a genuine relationship. Like, we ain't gotta hop on the game and run. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta invite me to the crib. Like, you ain't gotta put me in a video. No, like, bro, it's just when I see you, it's love.
Exactly.
Like, we sit there and we chop it up, and it's a genuine conversation. All of that other stuff of what you got going, like, bro, that's not going to be able to benefit me, because I'm trying to build my own thing.
Exactly.
And if I'm doing that shit, I'd rather stay 10 toes down and grind the way I've been grinding and doing what I've been doing, and have people that really mess with me stay on this side, and I stay, I may be at like, I don't know, 1,500, 2,000 subscribers at the end as all said and done. But I had the faithful community, people that was real. They knew I was genuine. They knew I wasn't doing everything for the likes and whatnot. Like, I'd rather do that than try to be what I'm not.
Exactly.
Like, when I go to these things, like, hence that's why this movement classic is a blessing. Because not only am I gonna be able to hoop, but I'm gonna be able to build like at least attempt to build these genuine relationships with these creators. Like, I mean, we talk about people that got millions of subscribers, like through all their platforms. Like the odds they reach is something that I couldn't even imagine. So I got a chance to build these genuine relationships, and ain't no telling what the movement classic will be able to take me. Ain't no telling who else I'll be able to meet, where I'll be able to go, if that and the third, if I'm able to do any of those things. It's all about genuine relationships, and I feel like it's, especially in this industry, is way too many fake people because they just want to do it for the clout. And I don't care about the clout. Like, I'm already popping myself. If you know me, like, you know I'm cool people, you know I'm a vibe, I'm chill. I already got that confidence instilled in myself that I'm popping. I don't need anything else to further validate that I'm popping. I'm just that confident in myself, and I'm just that blessed that I feel I'm that blessed to where I've been put in a situation to where, you know, I could just be able to vibe out and be genuine. I'm not doing anything for clout, though. I refuse.
Yeah, because I know somebody. I remember, I forgot who said this. I think Andrew Tate said this. I don't know who said this, but somebody said, man, that influencer you looking at on the internet that you think, man, they probably got a great life, man. Some people be taking these pictures in these nice cars, these cool, nice places. Man, they hate life. You happier than they are. You happier than, I forgot who said this, but you happier than they are. Because when you play so much, because the thing is, this is the thing I even say, when people even try to, I know people that have tried to be content creators, but I know they don't actually enjoy the process. And when you don't enjoy the process, when you don't enjoy the process and you place all your weight at the end goal, you get to the end goal. If you get to the end goal, you'll start to realize, bro, that end goal, the weight that carries for the amount that you got to go through, bro, is never worth it. So you may have somebody who has millions of followers, they got money, they got, let's say they got women around them, you know what I'm saying? They always at clubs, they doing this, they kicking with this in person. Man, the people they kick with don't fuck with them. The people they kick with don't even like them. The people they kick with barely know them on a first name basis. They just there. They just there.
It may be the other way around.
True.
They just doing that shit just to say they got it, and you know, it's weird, bro.
It's very weird. It's very weird. It's very weird. You know what I'm saying? Some people be shitting on LA, but some of the stuff I've heard, look. There's a lot more to life than this. It's a lot more to life than this. It really is, bro. It really is. And the older I get, man, because when you know that you as a person, not only are you a solid person, a genuine person, doesn't matter who you run into, because you're gonna run into fucked up people regardless. When you know that you are a solid person as is, no matter what events you have, no matter how much money, how many friends you are, how many friends you have, I should say, none of that will matter. Because if you try to constantly seek that validation externally, it's just gonna keep. It's there's no end to it, is what I'm trying to say. There's no end to that seeking. The seeking will go on for on and on to the end of time, to the end of your existence. So as much you can, be happy with yourself before you step out the house. All right, be proud of who you are, what you look like. Just take care of your family first. You know what I'm saying? So some of y'all doing all kinds of crazy shit. Some of y'all need God too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people try to say religion's got crazy expectations. Some of y'all need some expectations. You know? Some of y'all need some standards.
Y'all just living with none. You know what I'm saying?
Some of y'all need some rules.
I ain't one to push the Lord on anybody. You know what I'm saying, but you know, if I could suggest, just take a look, try it out. Not your cup of tea. It is what it is.
Because like I remember one thing Kobe said. He said the one thing you're gonna realize is you may not believe in it at first, but the second you try to, I forgot what exactly he was comparing this to, but he said when you try to hold, it was a cross. I think he said when you try to hold up that cross and you can't do it yourself, and God comes in and helps you hold up that cross that you wouldn't have been able to do yourself, you're gonna be like, I see it now. You know what I'm saying? And as long as y'all get right with God, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to push it. But I've seen what he's done for me. And I'm forever thankful for what he's done for me. Because in some situations, I may look at that and I'll be like, I could end up like them. Could end up like them.
Easily, man.
But I'm not. So
easily.
That's just my whole thing, man. That's just my whole thing. But
right there with you, bro.
For sure. So, a little bit more details on at least the college hooping experience. What team did you play for? I know you said in Oklahoma, correct?
Yeah, I went to Oklahoma Christian University. So
got you.
Like small little D2 school in Edmond, Oklahoma.
Got you.
Nice, nice area. You hear Oklahoma, you just like,
Some people shit on Oklahoma. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro. Like when I went out there for the visit, it was cool. It reminded me a lot of it gave me some Sugarland vibes. It gave me some Sugarland vibes.
Nice.
Not as built up, not as busy, but it gave me some Sugarland vibes. It wasn't like in the middle of nowhere, and that was the first biggest thing. Like I'm not going to a school in the middle of nowhere. Like like Oklahoma State. Like my little cousin go there. Oklahoma State, big university, popping, parties, live, everything. But when you step outside the campus, it ain't really much in Stillwater, bro. You got fast food joints and a Walmart. Like I don't like Norman, like OU. It's a little bit more to do out there, a little bit more. But I still couldn't. I don't know if I thought about going there. Like after I redshirted, when I found out I was redshirted, I was thinking about going to OU and try to walk on. I had like a couple of colleges and people that was recruiting me. I was thinking about, like, I was in contact with them, thinking about going back in because I was like, I want to play. But redshirting was one of the best things I could do. So good thing I didn't. But yeah, bro, I always wanted to go to a school that was like first thing, like in the middle. It wasn't in the middle of nowhere. Like I wanted to be comfortable, especially if I'm not going somewhere like in Texas. I want to be comfortable. And then the lifestyle in the area of the school was cool. Like the vibes was cool and everything. At least when I was there for my visit, it was
nice.
Yeah, when I started playing, like my senior year, shit went left. I'm talking about way left.
What happened? What happened?
Way left. Like my basketball career, a lot of people like to think I'm lying. A lot of people like to think that I'm just trying to do this for some type of sympathy. But honestly, my basketball career has been insane. Like from high school, I did my thing. I always was hooping. I always was a good teammate. I always mannerable, paid attention. Like, yeah, I would be mad at myself. Yeah, I wear my emotions on my sleeve. Some coaches didn't like that, but you still was gonna get the best player that you could get out of me. I mean, my high school coach, I found out, I had people tell me that I could have been on the Greater Houston All-Star team. He didn't even vote for me. I could have been on like best defensive player in the conference. He didn't even vote for me. Like, but he had 3 of my teammates on. I remember a college coach coming to recruit. There was recruiting 3 of us. They came back, and the coach was only looking for the other 2 because the coach told the college coach something about me. It's just like,
what?
Yeah, bro. Like my freshman year, there was a new coach. I was practicing with varsity, but I played freshman the whole year. So I was thinking like sophomore year, I'm on varsity, easy. Sophomore year, we got a new coach. I was on JV because he said no freshmen or sophomores are on varsity. My junior year, he put a sophomore on varsity. Yeah.
Man.
My junior year, he put a sophomore on. Not like I wasn't good, because like, I mean, I'm playing with like the 2, like my point guard in college was also my point guard in high school and my point guard in like AAU when we were like 4th grade. So like he knew I had go, and the other 2 best players that were top ranked in the state, they knew I had go. The coach just said no freshmen and sophomores on varsity. Ended up doing that my junior year. So that was in high school. Still did my thing, still got my letter of intent, still signed, still got a full ride, whatever. Then I get to college. Freshman year, I come in, I'm torching. Like scrimmages, I'm working. I'm working cats. We get to the first scrimmage of the year, and I'm hyped. I'm getting ready to go and torch. I come in from working out, the assistant coach come in and say, "What's up?" Like, "What's good? I'm ready." He's like, "Yeah, we're gonna redshirt you." It's like, y'all could have told me this shit last week. I wouldn't have been so hyped. So now, like, I'm trying to die down. Like, I got people, like, obviously it's Oklahoma. It wasn't a lot of black people on the campus.
Yeah.
All the black people on campus seen me hoop. They knew what was up because
Exactly.
everybody was asking me, "Are you on JV or varsity?" And here in JV and varsity in college, I was like, I don't know,
Wait, in
varsity, I
college?
guess.
In college,
Yeah,
huh?
bro. So it's like they like certain schools. So at the time we were NAIA, which is like small college ball. We was NAIA Division 1. And I guess like in that division, they have JV teams for people who can like play on the basketball team, get partial scholarships, but they are not on the main team. And they can basically have a chance to get on the team. You know, certain seniors leave and they don't get the recruit. They, put people on. So I had a lot of people asking me, like, are you JV or varsity? It's like, I don't know, varsity. Like, I ain't never heard of that. And so at the time, I was the only freshman. Like, I was the only freshman coming in. There was 2 other cats that came in. They came from JUCO. And so, but the red shirt in my first year.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut you off, but like for anybody who's listening right now, could you provide the audience a little bit more context as to what exactly it means to get redshirted, or why somebody would get redshirted?
I mean, so basically the term red shirt is basically you sit out for a year. You get a chance to get ahead in your classes for a year.
Yeah.
But you also get a whole 4 years. So you'll be in school for 5. But you get your 4th year. And I mean, it could be a medical red shirt, it could be academic red shirt, it could just be the coach just saying, like, I don't think he's ready yet. Like, from my particular situation, I don't even know what the reason was. They just said they was red shirting me, and I think they threw in like, we want you to get your classes up. Like, mind you, at the time, but I was at a 3.6 GPA, so it's not
That's
like
solid.
my classes, it's not like my classes was going bad. Like, I was like, whatever though. I mean, but it was the best thing in my life because I didn't have to worry about. I was still traveling with the team. I didn't have to worry about nothing. I just like. Imagine traveling with the team, you sitting on the bench and everything. Yeah, you want to hoop, but like you getting the free meals, you still moving and grooving, like
Get all the benefits.
work, but you ain't got to worry about like working and like playing and messing up or like feel the effects of losing. Like, yeah, it still sucked that we lost, and yeah, it's cool that we won, but like I didn't provide anything to it. So, but yeah, my sophomore year, I ended up playing. So my red shirt freshman year. And when the first scrimmage came along, we had a freshman that came in that they redshirted. They told they was redshirting, but he got to play in the scrimmage. Mind you, I didn't get to play in the scrimmage when I was a freshman and I was redshirted. So I was like, okay, well, this is cool.
Everybody getting special treatment but me. What's going on
everybody.
here, bro?
Well, all I do, I keep my head down and I just work.
Yeah.
I was pissed off about that, but it is what it is. I finally get my chance to hoop, and I was ready. My first 14 games as a freshman, I was the leading scorer amongst freshmen in the conference. And I was in the running for being like newcomer of the year. And then I got hurt. I hurt my knee. I only sat out 1 game, but it kind of like the coach kind of like kicked me out the rotation. So I went from playing like coming off the bench, being 6-man, playing like 25, 26 minutes a game. Then I got hurt. And then when I only sat out 1 game and came back and I played 17, 18 minutes. And then it got to the point to where I was like, all right, well, I'm just mad because it's like there's nobody on this team. There's 2 people. And honestly, if you give me the shots and the opportunities that they get, I'm cooking.
I'm executing. You feel me?
Yeah. I was like, I don't think anybody was better. So I was like, all right, well, I just got to find something that is going to keep me on the court. And so I just started locking in on defense. And when I locked in on defense and I'm starting to lock up like our starters, like no matter if it was the point guard, the wings or the big man, I'm locking up. And the coaches started seeing that. And I ended up slabbing. He was he a senior? Senior. Yeah, I slabbed the senior spot. And I ended up starting like the last 8 games of the season. Ended up going to the national tournament.
Nice.
And we lost in the first or second round. I don't know.
Damn.
Well, yeah, then I just made my name as a defender. Like when the season was over with though, all the men's leagues, all the pickup runs, like wherever hoop was at, when the season was over, I was there. And I'm giving buckets. I mean 30s, 40s, 50s. Like wherever league I was at, like people knew what was up. Like I was giving buckets so much. In fact, like when the lockout happened, I was playing the NBA lockout. I think it was in 2011. Um, the Thunder just got there to Oklahoma City when I got there. So in '08, they had just got there. So lockout happens. I'm playing in the men's league with a couple of my homies. We got the best team. We undefeated. Now we hearing that like Nate Robinson, Daquan Cook, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden want to play against y'all. They want to play against the best team. Right? So I'm like, they want to do what? Bet. So come to find out, like Russ had a prior obligation that he forgot about. Nate Robinson just didn't do it, and Daquan Cook, he just didn't do it. But James Harden still showed up.
Nice.
Now this ain't MVP James Harden, but James Harden in OKC was cooking.
This without the beard or with the beard?
He was just getting the growth of the beard.
It was coming in.
It was coming in, but he was, bro. It was like the mohawk wasn't like all the way like flourishing. Like
it wasn't grown out fully.
Like I think he still got I still got a picture of it on my phone. But we ended up playing him and one of his best friends who I played against in college. And bro, it was like one of the most. It was a crazy game. We ended up losing 96-92, and it
was close though. Hey,
it was close. It was close. Me and my college teammate and another one of my homies, we went crazy. So I think that's why we was able to keep it close. But when I say that they had 96 and James Harden probably had 70, bro, I kid you not. Like I didn't even get to guard him. I got to guard him for a couple of possessions because we had moments where we would go back and forth. So like he would score, I would score. He would score, I would score. Like we was guarding each other for those times.
You played the two? You played
I played 1 through 4 in college.
Gotcha.
I played 1 through 4 in college. So
gotcha.
But yeah, he had 70, and the dude he was getting 70, God rest his soul. My boy Theo, he was giving Theo buckets. I mean, coming to the half court line, like that same like rhythm dribble that between the legs cross to the step back, and I'm just like let me guard him, like please. I'm not saying that I'm a stop him, but I think I'm gonna do a little bit better. Like he's shooting, like you just standing up, like you're not even jumping, like make it difficult.
Somebody fouled this guy or something, bro. 70.
But it was a vibe, and after the game, I think like the next day I tweeted, it was like, hey, playing against James Harden was a vibe, this, that, and the third. Put the picture up on Twitter. He responded to the tweet and said, hey, bro, you got game. I was like, oh. That just goes to show I got validation from the NBA.
Validation from James Harden, you know what I'm saying?
James Harden, like, you know, it's like, bro, come on, man.
70 is still crazy to me. Like 70,
bro. I don't even know if broke a sweat, dog. I don't even know if he broke a sweat. It was insane. That 70, bro.
Bro probably pulled up in jeans, bro. He like, I ain't even gonna take him off. 70.
Bro, he would real shit. If he would have pulled up in jeans and played, dog,
I would have been like, hey, wait. That's a little disrespectful.
Yeah, bro, it's a little disrespectful. I would have fouled him like 4 times in a row.
Man,
yeah, you ain't doing that shit, bro.
Man, that is crazy.
Yeah, he was a bucket, dog. He was a bucket.
Shout out boy James Harden, man. Shout out boy James Harden. That's crazy to think, cause damn, that's even crazy because they had 4 lined up. They're like, man, 4 y'all could have played against all 4. Okay, honest question. How do you think the game would have turned out if James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Nate Robinson, and who was the 4th one you said?
Daquan Cook.
Imagine if all 4 of them ended up showing up. You think the game would have been different?
No, it would have absolutely been different. It wouldn't have been a 4-point game. It wouldn't have been a 4-point game. It probably would have been about like 20, 25. Because, like, mind you, there's 3 of us that was cooking. The rest weren't. And I think we only had 6. So, Harden even dunked on, like, my homie. Oh, God. Like, they set him up. Like, they set him up. And why he even ran his ass down there, I don't know. Because he's, like, 5'8". Like, I kid you not. I kid you not. My boy Ian looks like the leprechaun on the Lucky Charms box. I kid you not, bro. I kid you not, man. And he ran his ass down there and got his shit dunked on. So like, and he could shoot that thing. Don't get me wrong, he could shoot it. I didn't seen him light up some scoreboards, but I like some things you just don't do, and that's one of them things. You run down there and you don't see James Harden in sight. Like, come on, bro. You know it's about to be a clip.
Man.
But that game would have definitely been different. It probably would have been like a little 20 ball for sure.
Cause that's 4 stars right there. Y'all still would have did your thing though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Just no scrubs on that roster at all.
I had 30, so I was tripping. Yeah, I had 30, so
my boy was eating.
I was eating, so I did my thing.
30 Lucky Curry, man. Damn, that's crazy. You said quick thing I wanted to touch on because I know you mentioned it. You said God rest his soul.
My boy Theo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what happened. I just remember getting the text. Man, it's a while ago. I mean, we talking about probably about 10 years ago.
Man.
Probably about 10. I just got a text like Theo was gone. I was like, damn. Like, and we wasn't like hella close, but we was cool. Like, we hooped, we talked. You know, we had multiple conversations. Like, he was a real good dude. He hooped, artistic, like very talented with drawing and everything. Like,
nice.
I just, it just sucks to hear. So, I don't even remember the full thing of what happened. I just remember being shocked because that was like one of the last people
that you would think that would happen to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because death is weird. It's like, man, I was like, wait, I just saw this guy. You know what I'm saying? I was just hooping with this guy. We played James Harden like I saw.
Yeah, bro. It was weird, bro. It was weird, dog. Super weird, but
man. God rest his soul, man, for sure. That's crazy. So, continue walking through the rest of the journey. When that game happened, were you a junior at the time, or you still a sophomore?
I was a red shirt. I was a junior in school. I was a red shirt sophomore.
Got you. Okay. Walk us through the rest of the journey through that.
Bro. Defender. Still putting up we still putting up numbers as a team. We're still doing well, still top 3 in our conference. Still going to national tournaments. But I think my senior year, my redshirt junior year, then I had my face like on a mural on the wall when you walk into the gym. And we was going. Like, that's when I was like, oh yeah, I'm popping. Like, they never saw me ever. Like, we got to school at the same time. Never said anything to me, never saw me, whatever the case may be. They walk into that gym and they like see me walking by and they were like, it's like, yeah.
Hey, bro, that's you right there. Hey, bro, that's you right there.
And it was dope too, because when we took the pictures, I didn't know it was gonna be on the wall, but when we took the pictures, I had on like these big ass like cubic zirconia earrings, I'm flexing, but I got bread.
But you still rocking them though, you feel me?
I'm still rocking them. I had them big ass earrings on, and the athletic director was like, "You can't have them on," and I was like, "Okay." I took the pictures on, and like I was in the middle of the mural on the wall, and you see this big ass earring just there. It's like, nice. Bro, this earring is not gonna do nothing. Yeah, like, it's not gonna make anybody feel any type of way.
Yeah,
like,
he probably one of the people that thinks, oh, like I guess he worried more about the image and how it looks, but
I mean that whole school was like that too, bro. So,
yeah, and play some more emphasis on the little shit. You feel me?
Yeah,
that shit don't be mattering.
Yeah, but after that, like my senior year was cool, but I had a couple of homies that fell on some hard times and they had nowhere to stay. Well, bro, I got an apartment with the couch, blankets, food. Like, it's paid for. Like, bro, y'all could just come and stay with me.
W-mans.
Bro, I got in trouble for that.
Huh?
I got in trouble for that. I couldn't apparently so at this Christian university, they had room checks.
Wow.
Yes. And even like I thought it was just for the dorms. Like, cause like freshmen's got curfew.
Yeah.
Bro, they had room checks for the apartment. And it was one time, like, I bounced and they went in the room. I get a text saying, "Yo, they kicked us out. This, that, and the third because of room check." And I was just like, "What?" And then I get a call to the dean's office, and the chief of security is there. And I'm sitting in there talking, and they like, you're not supposed to do that. I was like, so we at a Christian university, and we harp on how you supposed to do the right thing, do the good thing, help somebody out when they down. We harp on all of that. And I have two friends of mine who are down, and I'm letting them stay with me until they get back on their feet. And I'm in trouble. And they's like, well, we have families that are more than willing to take them in. I was like, see, this is how I know. This is how I know y'all are completely
disconnected,
disconnected to our side of life. Like, they not just going to accept us in there. Like, and we're not just going to live with anybody. Like, if I have the means, I'm gonna let them stay. Like, that's just how I was raised. Like, why, if I have it and I'm doing well, why not let some of my homies like be able to stay there until they get back on their feet?
That is so wild to say. Hey man, family's gonna take, bro. Even if somebody was reaching and be like, hey, we got this grown ass damn near man child. Hey man, he need a place to stay. He won't live with you. I'll probably say no, because for one, I don't know him. It's maybe wrong to say no, but I don't know him. I don't trust him. I don't know who he's been with. And think about on his side, bro. They may do some weird shit in his sleep. I don't know.
I don't know. If I don't know you, I'm not staying with you. Like, that's just how it is. Like, that's just weird to me, bro. So like, I had that conversation with him. We agreed to disagree, and I kept doing it. I ended up getting caught again. They were like, it was to the point to where they were like low key trying to like suspend me or like suspend me from the team and stuff. This, that, and the third. Like, my relationships with these people got like, it went from like top notch where I'm speaking like I'm cool with the dean of students. I'm cool with the president. Like, I'm cool with a bunch of people, high names within the university. They see me, they show love. Everything, met their family, met their kids, like all of this. Coach their kids at the little camp in the summer, like all of this, to where now I'm doing the right thing, and me doing the right thing was terrible. I was like, but there's so many other people that's like, y'all got freshmen in there with girls in the dorm beating their walls in, and y'all worried about me helping my homies get back on their feet.
Crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, when that happened, it was like towards the middle of the season, and then like it just downhill.
Yeah.
That was my worst time. I think like mentally, that was the worst time there, especially with my coach telling me he was going to help me get overseas, which he never did. I had an agent reach out to him, and my coach never said anything about me. He only said stuff about my teammates. Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, like, bro, I could write a book on like my basketball journey, but people would think it's cap.
Fucking do it.
Right.
Fucking do it.
Hey, bro, it's some of the shit that I went through mentally with basketball was crazy. So
Shit,
like,
crazy
college was
better.
cool. I had great teammates. We did some things that the school never done. Like, we won a conference championship, or conference tournament championship, excuse me. And we went to the national championship game. And that was the first time in my coach's career that he's ever been to a national championship game. We ended up losing by 3. But yeah, I mean, done some stuff in their career, or it was great, but some of the outside stuff wasn't, so now like I'm thankful for the opportunity, but I couldn't care less about going back there. Yeah,
Man.
so.
Nah, that's definitely worthy for a book. That was definitely worthy for a whole book. I was invested the whole time you was talking, man. That's crazy. That's a whole book right there, man. Hey, I'm saying, look, when you get to that point and you like, man, fuck, let me write a book about this. Just fucking do audiobook, fucking whatever we at that point, whatever the hell else other platform of books they got. They may have glasses. You put on the glasses, you looking through the whole thing as a book. Who knows? Crazy, man. So whatever it is, man, definitely see if you can, man. No matter how long the book is, you know what I'm saying? Because that's a pretty layered story. You feel me?
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
That is a pretty layered story, man. But I always say, man, that's what makes life great. Because at the time you're gonna be like, man, this is the worst shit on earth. But then you get older and you start looking back and you're like, man, that made for a great story.
Yeah.
That make for a great story. You thinking like, man, when I have kids, man, and they ask me, hey, fuck a bedtime story, I'll tell you a story about my life. You know what I'm saying? You got stories for days about your whole life. You feel me?
Story for days, yo. Story for days.
That's what makes life great, man. The stories that you're able to tell to other people, the experiences you go on.
Yeah.
That's what makes it amazing, man. That's what makes it amazing. Also, next thing I did want to touch on, because like I mentioned, you know what I'm saying, with how thorough he's talking and how well he's articulating the story, you may think, man, he's done this whole podcast thing before. Well, he has. Well, he has. Well, he has. And I even did some research on it. You know what I'm saying? It's the Don't Cancel Me podcast. I laughed at the name because I'm like, shit. I look at the name, I'm like, shit. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So walk us through, man, how like the podcast came about, who you do the podcast with. You know what I'm saying? I think you, if I'm not mistaken, I don't want to say it's an immediate relative, but I saw somebody with the same last name that you do. I don't know if is it like a brother or a cousin that you do the podcast with, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's a good friend of mine.
Okay.
It's a good friend of mine.
Okay, for sure.
So how it came about, bro.
Yeah.
How it came about was so the whole podcast thing, I did a podcast before. With another one of my homies back in Oklahoma. We did, it was like sipping and tripping. Like,
nice.
So we just obviously drank and just shoot the shit. We did that, but it just got too complicated with trying to work on schedules, trying to get there, like drive, like edit and post. It was way too much.
Yeah.
And then I eventually moved to the Dallas area. And then I wanted to do a podcast again, so I just did one on my own. I had a couple episodes that I did on my own. And then my boy Real, who I do the podcast with, he actually was like, he told me he was doing a podcast. They shoot a video or they shoot an episode, and it looked dope, but it never heard anything from it. And I asked him, I was like, why y'all stop doing a pod? And he was like, man, people just shady, bro. Like, they wanted to do this, that. Like, they wanted to have it a certain way, like, but they didn't want anybody else to talk. They wanted us to talk when they want. It was like some weird stuff. And I was like, all right, bro. So, like, let's do one. He's like, bro, let's do one. I was like, for sure.
That's the weird thing about certain podcasts, man. That's why I preface all the time. This bitch just be a conversation between two people. Just let it flow.
Let it flow, bro. You know and that's what we do, bro. Like, he tried to, like, he's very big and like he's very knowledgeable and articulate, like when it comes to like movies and entertainment and stuff like that, and how things maneuver in that space. So he wants stuff to be a certain way, whereas my end, like, I'm the same as you. Like, I just want to be able to flow. Like, we have a conversation that's gonna make it more genuine.
Exactly.
So now we found like the perfect mix of being able to do such.
Nice.
And I mean, we've I think tomorrow. Wait, what's tomorrow? Monday.
16th.
Tomorrow's Monday. Okay, so Tuesday. I think we'll be on episode like 64 or something.
Nice. Okay.
So like, yeah, we've been moving like we call it Don't Cancel Me because we're gonna say some shit on there. And when I say we, mostly him. He gonna say some wild stuff on there, but he's super funny. And I mean, we've been able to interview some dope people. Obviously, the most recent one being Coach Roy Johnson from Bishop Sycamore, from the infamous fake high school in Ohio. Had the fake football team and everything, got ran through by IMG on national television. We interviewed him for like 2 hours. That was dope.
Nice.
We had one of our homie Ross the Chosen One, who is a YouTube personality, like on the wrestling side of things, doing real well on that side of things. He pulled up to the pod a couple times. We've interviewed some dope people, man. So
that's fire.
We're going well, and we just have a goal. We really have a goal of just doing 100 episodes minimum.
Nice.
Like, we want to do 100 episodes, and we know like that's always the toughest thing. Like, if you can get to 100 episodes, then you really know if like the podcast thing is for you. Like, exactly. If you really want to do it. And like, we almost there. Like 2 years into it at 64, like we found a good base. Like, we got a good time. Like, it's a vibe. So yeah, I'm enjoying the podcast, dog. And shout out to my boy Shout out to my boy Real, aka Petrie Perfect. Like he good people. He funny as hell. Like, and he's really the reason why the show is moving. So,
I think people even want to listen to you more with the fact that you're like more authentic and less like trying to hold things back. Cause I mean, I'm gonna fucking say it, we live in a soft fucking society. The society's soft.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? We care about cancel culture. We care about what somebody else doing with their kids or what's going on with their relationship, who they fucking, but their whole life is in shambles. Yeah. And then you know what I'm saying? And then we worried about somebody may say something. And I've seen so many clips. And they'll take like the back end of that hoe and they'll post it. And you'll think, damn, that person's a terrible fucking person. And I've seen this so many times. Like you'll see either whether it's Dexerto, the Daily Loud, I've seen Say Cheese, maybe Keemstar, maybe even Jake Lucky. They'll post something, but they'll post that end part. And then that person who's involved in that clip, they'll be like, nah, y'all motherfuckers took this whole shit out of context. They'll take the whole damn clip and be like, no, this is what really happened. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's just
they
like
do it a lot, bro. Like
a lot.
I mean,
bro.
but I understand because that's how they get their bread. It's like I get it, but it's like, come on, bro. Like you could be ruining somebody's money.
That's why I don't respect that profession at all. I can't, bro.
It's like so you like, especially like I don't know so much about like Jake Lucky, but I know he been doing some stuff. Like he only posts certain parts of stuff, or like cussing that stuff. And it's just like, come on, bro. Like, why are you only posting certain things? And I've seen him do it with gamers, like some with like Tim or Nick. And it's just like, why? What joy do you get from taking a snippet and posting it on your page for people to take it out of proportion?
Completely out of proportion.
Like, that doesn't make any sense, bro. And you really sleep well at night thinking that that's cool.
But I get that's it. Like, the crazy part.
But I don't respect it.
I don't, bro. And like the thing, I think the one headline for sure that made me really like just put the whole nail in the coffin for me, which I always say with these podcasts, I don't like to get too religious or political. But sometimes the lines kind of get a little blurred, you know what I'm saying? And what I'm talking about is the fact that y'all try to make Nick Merckx look like a terrible person. I could not believe they tried that. When I saw that Nick Merckx was trending and people were saying you're a disgusting I was like, because it's like people like, even like my boy Mikey will vouch for me when he says this. When he was really getting into Warzone, when he first got his PC, bro, and Mikey just he loved Warzone. You know what I'm saying? He loved it to the T, to the max. And he would always watch Nick Merckx. You know what I'm saying? He has Nick Merckx he has his clothes, you know what I'm saying? And I know I've watched Nick Merckx before. I've seen him with Swag before. I've seen him with Tim, with Clock. And he's a great person, you know what I'm saying? He has his kid now, you know what I'm saying? People are so happy for him, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing this shit for a while. He's been doing this streaming shit for a while. He went from Call of Duty to Fortnite, then back to Call of Duty, now on Apex. And still he'll dibble and dabble with, you know what I'm saying, maybe there's a Fortnite attorney. You know what I'm saying? League of Legends, CSGO sometimes. You know what I'm saying? He has that skin in the game. I remember one time I pulled up to Nick Merckx's stream. I saw an 80, I think it was like 80, I don't know if I'm getting this wrong, bro, but I swear it was like a 60 or 70 month tier 1 resub. And the month was the same as the streak. So let's say, for example, it was a 70 month tier 1 on a 70 month streak. Mm-hmm. It's been somebody who's been signing up to this damn Nick Merckx stream every single month to renew, to say, hey, thank you for stealing $5 from my account. You feel me? And I'm like, the fact that y'all took this person, and he's had multiple events to show love to the community, like the gauntlets that even you attended, you know what I'm saying, that you mentioned. He brings other creators on there. The fact that y'all try to make that guy look like a fucking I don't even know what the right word I'm trying to say. Y'all try to make him look like he's a terrible person because of one sentence. And I looked at,
when it comes to stuff like that, bro, like I don't get it. Like, you know, everybody got their difference on opinions. Yeah. It'd be different if he like went hard and was very descriptive and vulgar in the tweet. Like all he said was leave the kids out of it. Like, y'all like, it was he literally tweeted that under a tweet that was talking about how people were protesting outside of a school. Like, just let the kids be kids. Like,
Let them be kids, man.
I don't understand the problem in that. You know, I don't understand why it's so tough for kids to just be kids, like leave the kids out of it. They'll be able to, when it gets to a point in time, I believe that, you know, they'll come across that, and it'll happen. It's natural. It'll be a natural conversation.
It's a natural progression.
Yeah. Like like how they at the time, like, bro, if you're doing that at elementary school and this kid is 6, it's like, do they really know? No, like, if some people have been in that situation and they knew at 6, well, hey, you've been blessed with being able to know way earlier than a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. It ain't no knock on it, but it's the point to where, like, when it feels like it's being forced upon people, that's what it feels like. Not saying that's what it is. That's what it feels like. And I think people get it misconstrued. Like, and from Nick's point of view, obviously being a new father, like, I think he was looking at it from something of how it feels. It feels like it was being forced upon, protesting outside of a school.
Because, bro, what people got to realize, bro, is, and this is the thing, this is what I was telling my boy Mikey and some of my other homies, bro. What y'all got to understand, man, is a lot of people making these comments are not parents. All right? Some of y'all are not parents. So a lot of y'all do, and I keep saying this to anybody who ends up having kids. I know people that I know personally, they went through, I had to play the game with them, then boom, they got kids. And I always say the same thing. You'll have a newfound love for that child. Because you may love your mom, you may love your dad, you love your brother, you love your sister. You may not text them for a week, you know what I'm saying? Or you may see them and then be like, hey, what you doing? And then you may throw something at them and then laugh and walk off. Y'all fight, you know what I'm saying? You tell them all the time, F you, carry on, you know what I'm saying? But you still love them at the end of the day. But with this kid, it's like,
different.
You're not going to let this kid out of your sight. You got to know what this kid is at 24/7. You got to know what they doing, what they eating, who they kicking it with, what they're around. Because it's like the amount of love you have for your kin will never top anything else that you'll have in your life. So people don't even take that into consideration. Like, maybe he's just like, hey, look, I want my child to grow up. Because like how you had mentioned, right? When what your parents told you, they lined up a basketball, a football, a soccer ball. You know what I'm saying? They line them all up, and instantly when they put the basketball down, you pick the basketball. Now, let's say, for example, they took the basketball out your hand, put a football in your hand, before you start playing football. That's entirely different. But they saw, hey, he likes basketball. Let's rock with it, see where it goes. That's all Nick Merckx is saying. It's some kids, man. If they figure it out, because I know some people that figure shit out, they figure their whole life out at the age of 18. But guess what? But who taught them that? No one did. It's self-taught. You have to get up and say, all right, be self-aware enough and conscious enough to say, all right, this is what we're going to do. Boom. And if you're at the age where you can fully figure that out, round of applause to you. Right. But I know some people that are 30 years old and don't know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro.
There's some people that be 30 and don't know what they doing. You telling me somebody that young gonna have any clue? Not saying they're idiots, but if that's the route they choose, let them go. Because I saw a video on, I saw a YouTube short. His name is Justin Waller. I watch some of his YouTube videos, and anytime he's on a podcast, I've seen his podcast pretty often. So he said, I forgot who it was, but he mentioned that whether this story was real or not, it more than likely would be 90% true. So he said, he said somebody placed $10,000 on the table and 2 Oreos on the table, and they told their son, pick one. The kid took the Oreos and started eating them. The kid got no idea what that 10, man, you know what somebody do for 10 bands right now?
What?
I know some people that do strange things for $20. You tell me 10 bands and he picked Oreos? It's because they're not, I'm be honest, when you get older, your worldview gets fucked up. I guess they call it maturing, but it technically gets fucked up to an extent. The worldview that kids have is precious. It's so pure. Yeah. It's so pure. Pure, innocent. Just let them be as pure and innocent as long as they can.
All right.
And then, let's say a fucked up event happens. All right, maybe they learn from it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they're human beings. That may happen once, and they think, damn, it was a one-off. But it happens again, they're like, As human beings, we start seeing patterns. As organisms, we start seeing patterns. You feel me? So let it happen like that. Let it be a natural progression to where it's like the kid sees X, Y, Z, and they start picking up on things, and then they can make those decisions. Or that kid wants to make that decision at 6, 15, or 38. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Let them rock. Let them rock. So
I don't know, man. Like, to each his own. Like, I'm not picking no sides. Like, you know, I mean, there's people that brought up some good points on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I just felt like a tweet got blown out of proportion.
Completely blown out of proportion.
I think it's somebody with a following that, you know, Nick has been known to say some things and stand on his business.
But I respect him a lot more for that.
Yeah, he's standing on business. I mean, you know, I don't know, bro. That's what comes with the territory when you pop.
Yeah, Loki does.
Yeah, that's what comes with the territory when you pop it. I mean, it don't matter. Like, his community is a reason why he has the community that he has. Is the reason why he's been able to do this so long. It's a reason why he's been this successful. It's a reason why people get 71 month streaks. Like, that community is loyal, and he's a very genuine, authentic person. When you come in the stream, what you see is what you get. And I can say that he's the same way in person. Like, both times I met him. Funny story. The first time I met him was at the tailgate, and I was doing the meet. Like, I got blessed. Like, one of my boys for my birthday bought me like the VIP joint for Tim's shit. And shout out to him. Shout out to him, because
big shout out for sure.
He has a big part in this all of this that's coming along. But I was going to meet Tim, and as I was getting close to meeting Tim, Swag, Santana, J Smooth, Booyah walked in. They walked out. Then Nick and Clock walked in, and I'm talking to Tim. We chopping it up, pictures being taken, and then I see Clock, dap up Nick. By this time, I'm faded. Like, I'm drinking. I done had about 5-6 drinks. I'm faded, bro. I'm by myself. I'm solo doloing. I mean, I had one person that I met off of Twitter. Shout out to my boy Cross. I don't know what he's doing now. I think he got him a girlfriend. He happy now. So shout out to him. But I was with him for a little bit. But when I was doing that walkthrough thing, I was by myself. And I was solo dolo most of the day. So I mean, I'm drinking, vibing out, just enjoying the environment.
That's fire.
So when I see Nick, I dap him up, and I was like, man, I went to your barbecue in Tampa. I was like, that shit was a vibe, but bro, it was hot as fuck. And he was like, oh yeah, you know. I was like, nah, Nick, nah. I looked him dead in his eye. He had these fat ass sunglasses on, bro. Fat ass, like, you could just tell. Like, I'm talking to a person with money. And I was like, nah, bro, you don't understand. Like, it was hot. and he's like, and you could tell he was like getting irritated. So he's like, hey, but it was a good time. Good time was had, and it was that and the third. And I was like, and so like when I realized that, I was like, oh fuck, I messed this all up.
I fucked up.
I fucked up. So I'm like, I'm thinking about this subconsciously. So now he was still cool, still took pictures, him and Clark. And then I walked out and I talked to his pops. I was talking to his pops for like 20 minutes. But then I came back the next day, and the first thing I said, if Nick comes out, I have to make my way to go and apologize. Because I know he probably thinks I'm just an asshole. Like, he put on an event for his community, and somebody coming up to him saying it was too hot. Like, that's something he want to hear. Like, he didn't know that already.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. So I went up there. I finally saw him. He was in the stands. Him and Tim was taking pictures. So I timed it perfectly, because I was like already walking up, and I had seen him walking out. So I started walking up, and they were literally right where I was at. So I got in the line. They both remembered me. And like, first thing I said to Nick, I said, bro, I apologize for how I was acting. I was a little faded, you know what I'm saying? Like, had a little liquor in me. Like, I didn't mean anything by it. You know, I just said it was hot, like, but it was still great. And he's like, bro, don't even trip. Like, I fuck with your energy. Like, you good people. And I was like, okay.
A big sigh of relief. Like, all right.
Nick thinks I'm cool. Nick thinks I'm cool. But I think after that, what was dope was that, like, so, you know, he had like an infam thing. And I just did, like, it's like you could do like a infam Christmas, like you could wish them like a Merry Christmas or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, let me just do this. Let's do it. Say what's up. So I did it. Put the picture of me meeting him, and he's like, okay. He's like, Flight, I remember you. I was like, oh shit.
Damn.
Fast forward to now, I see him in Vegas for the gauntlet. I'm standing in line, and like, you know, they got 2 more people ahead of me. There's a couple people that I know from his community that's real close with Nick. I don't know them, but I know of them.
Yeah.
So like, and he turns, like Nick turns his head, and he's like, oh, Flight. I'm like,
whoa.
I was like, whoa, what? Excuse me? Like, that's what I'm saying in my head. And like, I'm coming around the corner. He's like, Flight. And I'm like, well, this shit, like, I never would have thought. Like, it's crazy where life can take you.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2020, I started doing this whole streaming and shit. I suck. Like, I never played. The only FPS I played was Halo back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then I played like Black Ops 2, but I played zombies with the homies because we was just drunk and vibing out.
Zombies and Black Ops 2 was fire. I ain't gonna lie.
Fire. Mm-hmm. So, but then after that, I was like, I was always on 2K. I was always on 2K, or I was doing that shit in real life. Like, that was really it.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, COVID happens, and it's just like, all right, Warzone drops. The homie's telling me, like, download it, play it, let's do it. I do it. I'm getting waxed, but now I'm getting into it though.
Mm-hmm.
So now, as an athlete who has that mentality of trying to be successful, like, I gotta figure out who the greats. And one of the first people I stumbled across is Nick Merckx. And you see the amount of people at the time. I mean, Nick was holding, like, when Warzone, he was holding like 65, 70,000 viewers.
Bro, there was one tournament. I forgot which tournament it was. It was the tournament where there was some sort of like explosion or bomb at Verdansk. I don't remember. I forgot which tournament it was. Dude, I kid you not. This man was pulling 300K.
Yeah. Anytime the season update happened, he was pulling like minimum 150K. Minimum. Tim, same. Clock, same. Because that would be who he was running with. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, when you like Nick, Swag, JoeWo, Clock, Tim, like, these are the first people that I watched, like, starting this streaming thing. So now, fast forward 3 years later, and I'm sitting here actually being able to have a conversation, and they recognize who I am. Like, they know. So it's kind of surreal, and like, it's just crazy. Like, now I'm getting to play in the Movement Classic. Like it's like Swag remembers me from when I met him at the tailgate. Like, this is stuff that I never thought would ever happen to me at all.
But I think that's the main thing that even like people like us tend to forget, because we look at them with such, we naturally put them on such a high pedestal just because we like them a lot as creators and we see how much progression they have. So I think sometimes we kind of forget that they're people too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you, bro, let's say, for example, you know, when we're at the point where it's a win, it's not an if, it's a win. We're at the point where they are, you know, as successful as they are. Somebody may come up to you and he may be a cool ass person and you remember him. And then you're going to see him again, going to be like, you were such and such. And he may be, yeah, man, hey, man, it was good to meet you again, man. He doing cartwheels in his head right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He want to bust down do cartwheels right now. He that excited. So I think that's the thing that even how you even said, he said, you got great energy. You know what I'm saying? Because he likes meeting people with good energy. He even appreciates it and respects it even more. Because you know how many people come through on this Twitter DM, they tag him in dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? How many fake people he fucking meets? How many people say stupid shit to him behind the screen? So then when they come in and they meet somebody in person with great energy, they ain't really too crazy or geeking off the fact that, I got some numbers, so I'm real excited. You know what I'm saying? Because they still look at themselves as a person. They don't look at themselves as an internet titan. Swag looks at himself as, and I know his first name, looks at himself like Chris. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nick looks at himself like Nick. They don't always consciously think, they don't wake up and say, I'm Nick Merckx. Like, nah, bro, he's Nick when he wakes up. So to see somebody like you that he met, then he's like, man, this guy got great energy. You know what I'm saying? He's a great person, and then he sees you on a first name basis, like, bam. instant recognize you. Swag remembers you. Nick gonna remember you because based on that as a person, they hold that to an even higher extent. So
yeah, I mean, and honestly, like I mean, it could easily just be like, yeah, I remember you, just to say this shit.
mm-hmm.
I don't know, like they easily could be doing that. I'm still gonna be able to hold it. Like, I met Repos Hector. I
Shout out
met
that
him.
boy, the Baka Bros.
Shout
Yeah,
out. I said, it's like I said, yeah. I was talking to Joe, and I was like, yeah, I met you at Tim's. He's like, my bad, bro. It's like I forgot.
all good.
That's all good, bro. I appreciate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could easily be things like that. You know, they could easily Swag could easily be saying like, I remember you just to say the shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but I honestly I think he was real genuine. Nick real genuine. You know, when I talked to Tim, genuine. Clock, genuine. Like they real genuine people. And for me, like when I'm able to meet the people that I've watched and I look up to in something that I'm trying to get into, I just want them to be genuine, bro. Like I just don't want them to be putting on like a face for like what they doing right now.
Yeah,
I want like when I see somebody streaming, I want that to be the real person. I don't want it to be no
facts.
persona shit. Like
Mm-hmm.
because you know, I would hate to go to these people and meet them and they just dicks. And for me, I don't like that shit. Like I don't care who it is. Like I don't care who it is. I don't like being Hollywood. Like you ain't gotta Hollywood me. Like and a lot of people that are celebrities, they do that. I know people that ain't celebrities
That be doing
that Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like the Hollywood thing. That's just me. And maybe there's some people that would think that I'm crazy for that take. But I don't like being Hollywood. You're not gonna Hollywood me. If you know me, if you know me, you said you know me, you remember me, and no tragic event happened in your life to where your memory is gone. Like if I come and say what's up and you Hollywood me, like, all right, nah. Oh, it's a problem. Like now,
it burns the whole bridge right then and there.
It burns the bridge. Like, no, bro. Like, you could easily be like, hold on, bro. Give me a sec. Like, where do I know you from? Like, oh, this, and this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Like, my memory is kind of hazy, this, that. And even then, I would be like, But I would respect it more because you ain't trying to like, hey, nah.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't like the feeling of being Hollywood. So when I was able to meet all of these creators that I, watched and looked up to, they was cool. Like they was cool. Like even Santana. Like I met Santana. He did a vid with Angela White, and I told him straight up.
I think I remember that. Yeah.
I was like, bro, you a legend for that. That shit is lit. I don't care what nobody said to you. Like, bro, what?
Oh wait, he was doing didn't bro do like I don't know if it was like a whole stream where he had because it was a Nuke Squad house. They had like a jacuzzi in the back.
I think he did. I think he popped up on one of them. That's when he was on some timing. Like
I think I remember that now. I'm connecting the dots.
I mean, it was just like he going through a state where it was like Warzone and stuff was stale and everything. So I mean the videos was booming. I saw it. I thought this shit was amazing. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was dope. I never would have thought, any Call of Duty creator would be able to have the balls to do something like that, and he was able to do it. And
you always gotta respect people that can do it. You feel me?
Like, bro, he went out on something different and did it. Like now, the powers that be may not liked it, but I think the creativeness and you going out on a limb and doing something like that was dope. So like, I had to tell him, I was like, hey, that shit was crazy. that shit was dope. Like I ain't gonna like people that know, they know who she is. And so, yeah.
If you know.
If you know, you know.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. You know.
That is crazy, man. Because the one thing I really want to do, I really want to meet them in real life, man. Because I remember, man, it was I forgot what year it was. I think it was like 2021, maybe. This was when I didn't have like a PC and shit like that. I've been watching Swag since like 2014, 2015 when I was in high school and shit. So watching him in 2021 when he playing Warzone and shit, I didn't even play Warzone. I had this busted ass PS4. I had no PC, but it was something about watching Swag that just gave you this like this kind of comforting feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because the one thing that I like the most is that he plays as much as possible. He plays with the same people every single time, or if we're up to him, he play with the same people every single time. Cause and you'll see those little traces of like their real life creep into their streams. You know what I'm saying? They may be playing Call of Duty, and then maybe Dante may be talking about something they did XYZ ago. You know what I'm saying? They may be talking about that shit. They be arguing and having discussions like they actual people, which is why I like it. Cause sometimes we tend to, I guess, forget that they're people at the end of the day. Like I always keep reiterating, they're people at the end of the day. So when you hear them talk about some crazy, they be talking about food takes, they be talking about places they've been before, they be doing story time and shit, and that's mad entertaining.
Random ass questions,
random ass topics. When you combine that with the fact that they're good at Warzone, at top quality content, I mean, bro, it's like it's great to see that, and especially when you're with them for so long, you see the progression. Like I remember I was watching Swag when he had braces and he was in like a dorm room. You know what I'm saying? When he had one part Nuke Squad, one part of FaZe and nothing. And then see that, and now bro he in LA with crazy ass internet. Everybody who's part of Nuke Squad is now in one house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
And
got Porsche deals and everything. Like
got a Porsche deal.
I think the biggest.
It was possible.
Yeah, I didn't know it was possible either. But I think the biggest flex is being the first gamer signed to Clutch Sports. That's the biggest flex. Like, what? Like, I don't like, for those that don't know, like Clutch Sports is LeBron James and Rich Paul's agency. Swag is signed to them. So like that's a crazy, that's bro, what? That's insane. I saw that and I was just like, if that doesn't inspire you to be like, damn, this gaming and content shit could take you to places that you never thought, like that should, because that's a sports agency. Like obviously esports is now a sport, but that's a sport agency. You're not expecting a sports agency with that type of profile, that high profile agency to sign a content creator, a gamer, a streamer. And Swag is the first one. That's insane, bro. And I don't think he get enough props and praise for what he's done and what he's able to accomplish to be amongst those people. Like, bro, you literally are under LeBron and Rich Paul, bro. Like, I don't think people really understand that. Like, it's crazy. These are two legends.
And the crazy part is, bro, he might be, I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, be negative to anybody, but he might be the one and only that may make it to that point. You never know. So the fact that he's the first already is crazy. You don't know if they don't go sign nobody after that. You feel me? Maybe Swag being in it, maybe they're gonna be more open minded to sign on more gamers. But he's the first. He's the pioneer. They looked at him for past the fact that he holding the controller in his hands playing video games. You feel me? They saw he provided more value than that.
Exactly.
And man, that's the point we all trying to get to. You feel me? That's the point we all trying to get to, man.
Absolutely.
You feel what I'm saying, man? So I also like that you mentioned that how particularly started getting into streaming and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I also noticed that on, for example, like your IG, you know, so you make reels, but they're more like on the side like basketball and shit like that. You feel me? So like in terms of like, I guess almost like your content strategy for those platforms, whether it's TikTok, YouTube, or Instagram, for like those or content within that niche. What's the sort of strategy we doing with that? Or you also is there a possibility for IRL content? So some mic'd up hooping content possibly.
There's definitely some possibility. It's just tough. Like where I was in Oklahoma, I could easily be in the game. I don't know if you heard that. My dog just went crazy for no reason.
I did.
But you know, it's in Oklahoma. I was able to hoop. Like it was multiple leagues I knew I could hoop in. Out here, Dallas is is way bigger. And so I'm not able to hoop as much. So it's difficult to be able to get that IRL content. Like, and I work a basketball league, but I'm working it, and like I want to be able to get it, but I have nobody to record it for me. Like, so it's like trying to find somebody to record it so I could be mic'd up so I could do that. It's difficult. So, but for sure, I'm gonna try to do something for the Movement Classic. Like, I'm gonna try to do something personally. I know it's gonna be a lot going on, but I'm gonna try and do something personally.
Got you.
But as far as like content strategy, bro, I really like I'm still learning. I'm just out here vibing. I think I just put I think my first basketball reel on IG was talking about how Damian Lillard was an underrated superstar.
I think
Like
I
the
remember
most
that too.
underrated superstar, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I saw like some good feedback from that. Like I posted it on YouTube as well because it wasn't like, you gotta have 60 seconds for it to be a short and pop up in that. Well, I was like, dude, I'm just doing stuff to try and keep it under 90 so I could pop up on Instagram's algorithm, like on that side. And then I could just make it a video on YouTube and just call it good. It'd be a 90-second video real quick to the point. And uh once I saw the positive feedback from that, and I started getting people to hit me in the DMs and be like, oh yeah, yeah, I like this type of content. So all right, well, I think I got something. So now it's still like I'll post a lot more of the basketball stuff on my IG because that's where my following is the most.
Mm-hmm.
I'll post a little bit of gaming stuff here and there. Like when I get a chance. It's definitely gonna be a good mix of basketball and gaming on my IG page. TikTok, I just post when I feel like it. I honestly forget that I have it. Uh, honestly forget. On Twitter, I post on there just because of some of the people that follow me. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
they see it. Um, and then really though, my main focus is just the basketball stuff. Like there's something I love. I can create content on it, and like I got a goal of finding some way somehow the NBA reach out to me and they want me to come out to All-Star Weekend this season. Don't know how that's gonna happen. Don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna do whatever I can to make it happen.
Putting it out in the
So
universe, you feel what I'm saying?
putting it
Putting it
out
out
there in the
there.
universe, what I'm saying? So um it's just I don't really have a content strategy. I just post. I want to post more a week.
Mm-hmm.
So like sometimes I'll say like one day I'm gonna post basketball, next day I'm gonna post gaming, and then just go opposite like that. But then life happens. Like we be
That's
working all
facts.
day, and then it's like I don't even want to talk about a video or use like I got a video in mind. But then it gets to the like I got a video in mind, I got to record it now. But as I get ready to record it now, my wife may need something. I may need to do something around the house. I may need to go take my dog out. I may have to go run an errand. Then next thing you know, when I'm coming back, like now I want to stream because I ain't streamed. And now I'm sitting there at 11:30, 12 o'clock, and I still got this video on my mind, but I'm tired because I just put in a 5.5, 6 hour stream of getting smoked on Warzone by stackers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, do I really want to do this video? Let me just go to bed and have a fresh mind before I do it. And
Yeah.
so there's times where that happens, but I still try to find a way to be able to schedule it out. So that way I could continue to post it. Like obviously not being able to post for a week is gonna be difficult to get back into it. But I mean, I'm gonna flow back into it. I already got a couple of video ideas. I might end up recording and posting, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I never had a strategy though. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just post what I want, and I'm a vibe out. Like I said before, I'm gonna make it one way or another. I'm gonna do it my way. Like people
Nice.
like it. People may like it. People may don't. Like I had you got the trolls. Like I posted something about uh how Memphis Grizzlies, they were playing the Lakers, and they said they wouldn't wear the opposing teams, like the opposing player's signature shoe. But then I saw Ken Bazemore wearing LeBron's. And I was like, and I knew about the article, like it's the only shoe that helps with his foot. Like he had an injury. I read the
Mm.
article, bro, but y'all standing on business. You know what I'm saying? And for me, I have foot issues too, foot and ankle issues too. And I just get some insoles. And I know he got custom insoles. I was like, I know there's more than one shoe
Yeah.
that's going to help, especially with custom insoles. So I took advantage of it and I was like, it couldn't be me because if I do it, I gotta give you 40. That's just like that's an unwritten rule in basketball. You don't wear the opposing player's signature shoe. It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of like it shows way too much respect. You kind of like scared at the moment. Like, nah. And if you do, you gotta go crazy. You
Facts.
gotta go, you have to go crazy. You can't go out there and just shoot 5 of 22 for 16 points. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. I
Oh
mean, I
yeah.
had people in my comments like, bro, you the only 40, he said the 40, only 40 dropping is your age or something like that. I had one person hit me with that. I had somebody say like, oh, you really think you would be able to drop 40 against them? I'm like, obviously, no. They do this shit every day, and they're in the NBA for a reason. Duh. I'm saying if I was in the league and I decided to put on LeBron James' shoe, I would have to try and give him 40
Facts.
if I was in the league. But of
Mm-hmm.
course, trolls like to take it out of proportion. And people, I think that may be top 3 most watched and commented reels I have on my page. It worked. It worked. I know it was popping because it got to the point to where I turned off my notifications. Yeah. I was like, damn, I
Man.
know so many people. Like, that's when I started to realize how much hate there is out there.
Mm-hmm. But
There's a
also, you
lot
got,
more hate.
you know what I'm saying? But sports fans got some passion, though.
They do got some passion. I mean, bro, I'm looking at people that's like, it's people that like, I think it was one dude who was like saying, like, you would never be able to do this ever, or something like that. Bro had like, I don't know, like 60,000 followers. He was verified on Instagram and shit. And I'm just like, you mean to tell me you can't, how did you found this and you decided to just
Be
punch
that
down on
negative?
me?
Like, what?
Like, bro, what?
Come on, bro.
Right.
Him of all people should know not to do that. That's kind of crazy. But
Exactly.
I always say the thing with the internet, bro. Everybody on the internet sees things on both sides, both extreme sides of the spectrum. There's no middle ground. There's no, hey, maybe he just made this video just for the sake of making a video. Nah, he's either an asshole or he's a saint. Like, there's no in between. There's no like, hey, possibly, or there's no thinking outside of the spectrum, thinking outside of the box.
Yeah.
So when you look at,
it's crazy.
so when you look at YouTube comment sections, or if you have a video that takes, I've had my fair share of TikTok videos, and I'm looking at those comments, and I'm like,
some of the stuff I get on TikTok, bro, I posted something about Jimmy, and they said it was multiple players, but Jimmy was in one of them, and they were trying to say like Jimmy didn't do anything in the playoffs, like he ain't do anything outside of Milwaukee, and I was like, okay, bro, like you just saying stupid shit. So I had to go back and was like, bro, he averaged 28. I was 28 not doing anything because he wasn't consistently dropping 40. Ain't nobody in the playoffs consistently dropping 40. They may do it for a series. They might do it for a series, but they ain't doing it for the entire playoffs. Like, no. Like, so I don't, bro. I don't know, bro. TikTok is just.
But low key, in terms of growth, you can't sleep on TikTok because I'm not
really
gonna. You really can't, because this is something I've even noticed when it comes out of TikTok lives or just posts in general. It's the platform with some of the best organic reach I've ever seen. Like the reach you can get on there, the amount of people you can reach or people you can have. Because I remember for our Try Having Energy TikTok, my boy Shields literally will go live and have like a little green screen. You know what I'm saying? Him playing Madden under it and him playing the game. And I've seen some of those lives get like 13K in likes. You know what I'm saying? The lives is going crazy. I don't know if it's likes or views because those are two entirely different things. I don't want to be wrong, but they going off regardless. And same thing with videos or with every creator with their videos. I'll be in the live and somebody's like, "Get off of rookie difficulty." I see those, like, my boy Shields will tell me like every time he goes live, somebody's like, and Shields diehard football fan, so and he's a gamer, so he's pretty decent when it comes to Madden. So he's always playing, and he's always beating whoever he plays against. I'm pretty sure he queues up against like actual like players, I think, online. I'm not entirely too sure, but he's always playing and he's always whooping ass every time I go there. And somebody in there is always like, "Oh man, you playing on rookie difficulty, blah 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 blah." He literally stop the game, press start, show the difficulty. This ain't on rookie. And you know what he says, bro? 9 times out of 10, you don't hear nothing from them ever again after that. That'd be their one comment.
Yeah, that's it. They just like to come in here and troll, dog. Like, people really wake up to go on Twitch to find a streamer to troll.
To troll. For what?
Like one of my homies just got hit with like a hate raid.
Oh, those are horrible, man.
Like, and I'm just like,
no.
What? And it's because like I was out of town, so I'm a mod for his channel, so I'm out the country.
Damn.
I I can't really do much. It's like, I mean, all you can do is suggest, like, at least just put in followers only for the time being, and then just go through the process of banning all of them. But like, yeah, bro, like the homie Demo. Shout out to the homie Demo. He been hit with that a few times. Like, it's just crazy that people really wake up to hate.
It's crazy.
They really be thumb thugging out here, bro. Like, it don't make sense, bro. Niggas thugs behind the keyboard and mouse. But in real life, they as soft as a pillow. Like, it don't make sense.
I need to start using that term some more. Thumb thugging. That keyboard warrior thumb thugging.
Thumb thugging. Shout out to Dormtainment, man. They came up with that.
Oh, they made. Oh man, hey, the shit they used to make, bro. The content they used to make was crazy, bro.
They the reason why a lot of these people got a lane. A lot of people need to put some respect on Dormtainment. If you don't know who Dormtainment is, go on YouTube.
Stuff they used to make used to be top tier, bro.
You won't be disappointed. I might do that tonight.
Top freaking tier, man. Top tier. So, I did also want to bring up, because, you know what I'm saying, we kind of spoke about this a little bit outside the podcast before we started. So, currently in the state of Warzone, we all know Warzone's garbage, and the next Call of Duty comes out next month. Now, the issue we got is we got a month of who knows what the hell we finna do. But it's a month of downtime, a month of we don't know what we're necessarily gonna do. And it's a rough place. It's a rough place to be if you're a Call of Duty Warzone creator. Because, like I told Flight, this beta for Modern Warfare 3,
crazy.
It could use some work, but bro, it's refreshing to play this shit.
Right.
Regardless, and this is the thing that I've come to realize, man. A Call of Duty can have its fuck ups, but if the game's still fun, I'm still gonna play it. I'm gonna yell and say the game's garbage, just like I did on 2K. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it on 2. I've done on 2K. I've done on GTA. I've done on Call of Duty. Every game with a multiplayer, I'll say the game's garbage. I'll still keep playing it. Every game. You feel me?
Every game.
Oh, hold on. One second. Yeah. Probably like 10, 20 minutes. Okay. All right. My apologies, my pops came in my room for a split second. But
you good?
For sure. But oh man, I'm telling you, man, if you can, at any point in time, I don't care if you gotta say after sleep schedule just for a little bit today, bro. Give Modern Warfare 3 a chance, man. I'm
gonna have to, bro, because the amount of clips, like when I did come to a spot that had Wi-Fi and we was in a point of like chilling, just some downtime, I was pulling up a lot of people stream and seeing like what they was doing and how much fun they was having on the beta. I'm just like, damn.
So
like, I'm gonna have to try and play a little bit. Like, I'm gonna have to try and play a little bit because, bro, I just want to be able to have the feeling of slide canceling. Like, I work so hard at trying to learn how to do that. And how to, like, not just to do it, but how to be effective with it.
Exactly.
And I finally am able to do it just for y'all to take it away. I don't know, but now they bringing it back, and I'm excited. Everything looks smooth. Everything looks good. There's a lot of positive feedback from it. Seeing that Sledgehammer is consistently communicating.
Sledgehammer of all people is wild to me. It's crazy.
Sledgehammer is communicating their ass off, but I think it's also like they know they have an opportunity to rise. Like, this is the perfect opportunity. All you got to do is listen to the community and keep the community updated. That's it. That's really it. Like, it's not much to ask for. Like, even if you don't do it, you can communicate and say, hey, we understand, but this is why we can't do it. Or we're not doing it because of this. Like, that's all you got to do. Just communicate and everything will be fine. And that's something that, who is it? Infinity Ward, Activision, they didn't do that shit.
Fuck Infinity Ward. I'm sorry.
Infinity Ward, they didn't communicate. So, like, to have a Sledgehammer be able to communicate and seeing all of these tweets, seeing all of these people saying like, hey, yo, this is what's on the Trello board. This is what we working on. We hear the feedback. We working on it. And it's just like, wow, this is refreshing. So it makes Warzone, what is this going to be? Warzone 3?
Warzone 3 at this point, which is wild. This is wild.
Crazy. Like, we never asked for a third edition of it. We just wanted y'all to give us a new map.
Exactly.
Give us a new map, balance out, give us more guns that's gonna be able to work. Don't have like when you nerf something, nerf it. When you buff it, buff it. Like, but keep everything balanced. Like, that's all we ask for. And to get rid of the cheaters, that's all we ask.
Exactly.
We didn't ask for a whole new edition of Warzone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
they didn't said, hey, we're changing the whole game up. We like, okay. We trust y'all a little bit. We're gonna see what y'all gonna do. They done fucked up the whole trust. They done fucked the whole thing up.
That shit was so. I don't even know how I was able to drop 20s in that first part of Warzone 2 dropping. I don't know how I was able to do such.
I don't think I've even dropped a 20 on that game. I ain't gonna lie. And I was dropping 30s on Rebirth. I've not even cared to drop anything past 20. I don't even know. Maybe I have a 20 on. I don't know or care. I have no content on that. I have never been so disappointed with how that. And I rant about Call of Duty every podcast. I don't care anymore. Y'all gonna keep hearing this bullshit because I'm frustrated at how they've taken something so great and then y'all added so much we never asked for. And then on top of that, it sucks. Like, I get if you want to revamp the whole thing and it's great. You know what I'm saying? Right. But if you revamp the whole thing and then it's trash, and then we tell you, fix this shit, and you say, no. What the fuck do you mean, no? What do you mean, no? No, I ain't gonna play this shit. Straight up.
Like, the whole loadout situation, bro, I think it was like, like, you had to have basically a whole life savings to buy a loadout. So the only thing you could really do is just body guns, but you won't have your perks. Like, so it's just like, I mean, UAV was only one per buy station.
That was
like the stupidest thing. They were literally appealing to like the super duper casuals that get on like after being at work from 7 to 5, who just want to release some stress. Like, get better. Or play another game, or deal with the bullshit,
or deal with it. I'll be saying,
like,
man.
that's really it, man. Like, don't appeal to that when half of your more than half of your player base is going insane. Like, that's what it feels like. That's all I see is people going insane. I rarely see anybody that's ass. So, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't know. That's just weird. But I'm glad. I hope Modern Warfare 3 keeps. I hope Sledgehammer keeps doing what they're doing. I hope, when the game fully releases, I hope it's even better than the beta. I hope Warzone 3 is great. I mean, the map looks dope with the return of Rebirth and Fortune's Keep, which I'm hype about. Like, I'm hella hype, especially Fortune's Keep. I'm super hype about Fortune's Keep. But with the return of all of that, and then potentially Verdansk coming back, man, it's up. Like, it's gonna be a good year. It's gonna be a good year. It's up. Like, and now I'm gonna feel like how I was when I first started streaming. Like, it's gonna be fun again. I may get work just like I did before, but it's gonna be fun.
It's gonna be fun. That's what I be. Sometimes when I get fried, it's still fun. Yeah. It's part of the process. There ain't nothing in life you gonna be good at 24/7, bro. You feel me? Like, you can't add these dumb realism mechanics and add a Homelander Nicki Minaj skin in the game. You can't. No, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that, bro. I'm just like, man, look. That's why I was saying, look, when I was playing the beta, I'm like, I woke up today and I'm like, nah, it was, what day was it? I played it on Thursday. Man, I had a midterm Thursday. I failed the fuck out of that midterm.
Oh my god.
Guess who cared? Not me. I played home and I streamed. I streamed when I went home, bro. I was an old nigga, and when I played it, bro, I'm like, yes, this is it. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't did this in a very, very long time. I literally woke up on Friday, brushed my teeth, showered, turned on my game, and that was it. I just played. I took a break after like 5 hours, got up, got some food, came back, streamed, kept playing the game. I ain't did that I haven't done that damn near a year. Probably a year or more. I just kept playing it because I'm like, there's some joy about knowing that there's something in the game. There was an exploit or a mechanic that can give me an advantage against the other person I'm playing against. If I know I can refine that and then have a one-up on everybody else, it's over with, man. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So,
So,
wait, do you play with paddles on your controllers?
yeah, I do.
Yeah, you already up on game. You already up there. You feel me? So it's like I'm able to use my paddles, getting a slide and shit. I'm able to use my paddles to be hopping. I'm like, man, this,
bro. It's amazing.
I'm about to play this today, because tomorrow, the class that I hate the most, professor say he out of town, and the other class is online. So guess what I'm doing?
Oh yeah, you up?
I'm playing me some. I'm playing Call of Duty, man, and I've never had that point where I could just nerd out and just play alone, like, bro. Because there be times where I'm like, I be treating playing the game like a job. Like, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna play from this time to this time, and then once that time's up, all right, I'm done. Just get up and do something else.
Yeah, bro.
I looked at my controllers one day and I'm like, is this even fun anymore? like
right.
forget all the content. Is this even fun anymore? Like, what am I doing, bro? I feel old.
It just goes to show where, like, that's how bad Warzone 2 was.
It was so bad.
Like, you went from everybody loving it. Like, people hated Caldera, and then they made it better. Like, you know, they put the zips and everything.
Yeah.
Like, that was cool because now you could fly around that big ass map. And you took a lot less of the trees and shit out, and you know, made the visibility easier. Like, people were still having fun playing that, on top of having Fortune's Keep and Rebirth. Like, you take all of that away and make people play that trash ass game of Warzone 2.
Ashika, Al Mazrah. Ashika is crazy. Ashika is crazy.
Ashika is insane, bro.
It's insane how bad, bro.
All right, bro. Ashika,
man.
I when it first dropped, I was like, okay, I fuck with it. And then I think when Vondell dropped, that's when I hated Ashika.
Because they started doing the rotation too, right?
Yeah, they started doing the rotation. And then when they dropped that trash ass map, a new Rebirth map, when it's just a piece of Al Mazrah, bro. That's when you know they were ready. Like, think about when that came out and how fast it was gone. Like, they really were just like, man, it's over.
W scam by Infinity Ward. That was an amazing scam.
It was an amazing scam because that was terrible. I hated playing that. I hated playing that. And then they made you play it. Like, it was either Al Mazrah or a resurgence on that trash ass map.
It's Al Mazrah or Al Mazrah. Like,
yeah, basically. Oh my gosh, bro. It was so terrible, bro. Those 2 weeks was the worst, dog. Yeah. I think that's when I think honestly I think I just got 2K and I went to 2K. I got back on my 2K grind. It's like, I'm not doing this, bro.
Something besides this, bro.
State. Yeah. That shit is can't do it.
Oh, I tell you, man. Boy, I tell you, man. So, hey, since we are close towards the end of this episode, I didn't even know we're at the 2-hour mark. This is crazy.
Damn.
It was daylight outside when I started. It ain't even daylight no more. You feel me, man? That's crazy. I didn't even realize that, man.
That's funny. Funny.
So, one thing I started doing as recently, I started asking the podcast guests that I have on, do they have any questions for me? Whether it's questions with anything about the podcast or anything for me in general. And it's okay if you don't have any. You know what I'm saying? It's something new I'm implementing at all. So I had to ask, do you currently have any questions for me?
I don't. I'm trying to think because I think like, what do you talked about content strategy? What's your content strategy? Like, I feel like you got a solid content strategy, and it's like quick to the point. It's enjoyable to watch, like, and it's a reason why you've been able to have like a following and everything. But what is your content strategy?
My strategy, as much as possible, is to appeal to the viewer as much as possible. I think relatability is the one thing that takes off with short form content more than anything else. Like, fuck the edits, the lights, the transitions, the sound effect, fuck all that shit. If you can't relate to the person, or if you can't strike some sort of a nerve or some sort of connection with that viewer, then there's no point in you making content. That's why I've made videos like the most OP guns in different Call of Duties, because every person has played those Call of Duties and they see what I'm saying. I may bring up that one era of a gun that everybody hated. Like when I did the Warzone series, I brought up the DMR. Everybody hated that DMR era. You know what I'm saying? It was horrible. I brought up the AUG.
Crazy.
I brought up the AUG, the M16. You know what I'm saying?
I remember that. Yeah, like seeing like the worst type of players to play with in Warzone or in Call of Duty and stuff like that. So I was like, I see that, and I'm just like, okay, it's a vibe. So but now hearing that, it makes sense. Like going back and listening to or looking at the content that you posted and thinking about that and hearing you say relatability, it makes a lot of sense.
That's the thing, and I always say if you can be relatable, but on any medium, like you may be talking about basketball, somebody else may be talking about football, somebody else may be talking. You may make a video like some of the craziest moments in NBA history, and somebody who's a dedicated sports fan, they may be like, "Oh, I remember that," but then they may be like, "I'm not that big of a fan, so I don't remember that." But then you may bring something else, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I remember that. I saw that on Twitter somewhere." Boom, you made a connection with a casual and a noob. Boom, both of them together.
Right there, yeah.
You connect with both of them in one video. So that's my thing. My objective every single time I make a video, obviously outside of the edits and the flashiness and the transition and shit, the reason why I mean, those things count as well. Those things play a big part. But some of the people I watch on TikTok, bro, like one person I watch a lot, his name is Cardinal Mason. He mostly talks about like financial advice and shit like that. He picks up his camera and talks like this for like a minute plus straight. And that's it. You feel me? So I'm like, and the thing that he always mentions, the thing that he always does is he always brings up the state of how he was prior. And I'm like, he's relating to the same people who are probably in his scenario. Because he's like, I'm at the point where I'm financially well off. But there was a point in time where he's like, hey, man, you watching the video, I was just like you at one point. Doing XYZ, grinding, feeling like I'm putting in 100% effort every day and I ain't doing nothing. Boom, he already connected with you. You already hearing. You know what I'm saying? Because once he establishes the foundation that me and you, we're the same person to an extent, you're already listening. Because now you're like, all right, so we're the same person. All right, keep talking. And you could talk for 3 minutes. They gonna want to hear you talk for them 3 minutes.
Nah, yeah, for sure. That definitely makes sense.
So that's my strategy. If you could be relatable and prove that you can be relatable to that viewer, you can do that on any medium. It could be soccer, football, basketball, Call of Duty, Fortnite, Apex. It don't matter. Don't matter at all. That's my strategy, realistically. If I could be relatable, regardless of the medium that I have, my medium being Call of Duty, but sometimes, I ain't gonna lie, I just pull some sweat clips. I ain't gonna lie. But
yeah, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? That's my strategy, though. For sure.
Right. Hell yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep that in mind for sure.
And bro, you can implement it in so easily, bro. People off sports. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that you have the fact you already have the credentials already, you know what I'm saying? They gonna want to hear you out because you gonna know what you're talking about. So you already at, because it's some people, you may look at them like, no diss to this content creator. His name is Lost and Unbound. Some people may hear him and may be like, this nigga don't hoop. What the fuck's he talking about? You know what I'm saying? But if they look at you and they're like, they're gonna be like, this nigga probably don't even hoop. It don't matter who you are, they're gonna look at you like that. But if they go to your page, or if they hear you out and you're like, it's kind of making some sense. They look at your page and you're like, huh?
Yeah.
He be hooping.
Yeah.
And that man Flight be hooping.
Yeah.
They gonna want to listen to everything you gotta say, which is why I said the same people, the people within the finance and quote unquote rich people niche on social medias, they even say, I don't care to post Rolexes and Lambos and shit like that on my social platform. It's social proof. Yeah. If I don't post it, they gonna think I'm lying.
Exactly.
They gonna think I'm not flexing. They just think I'm lying. So
exactly.
So that's just how it is, man. The niche you're in, bro. I mean, you could do your dance with that shit, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And the fact that you in the niche of gaming, like Call of Duty streaming, and you have the knowledge on basketball, because a lot of people want to see how these content creators look outside of the game. So, but when you the person that's like, hey, when you see me outside of the sticks and outside of Twitch, and I'm actually somebody that you want to see, and I'm not gonna be a disappointment. You know, you feel me? They're gonna keep watching you. They're gonna love you even more because you're more of a person than just an internet personality. So
fact. That's facts. That's a fact.
Yeah, man, you got hella potential with that, my man. I ain't gonna lie, you got hella potential with that, man, for sure.
For sure, appreciate that.
For sure, man. So, did also want to ask any extra questions? You know what I'm saying? Any extra questions you got? Any at all?
That was my biggest one.
For sure. I got one more question. Who would you want to see on the next episode of this podcast, the One Shot Podcast? Anybody you think that'd be a great guest? Let me know.
Did you get have you got Medusa on here?
I got Medusa on here twice. I've got Medusa on here twice, actually.
Deuce, him and Andy, bro.
Shout out that boy. Hey, shout out Improviser and Medusa. Shout out both of them, man. I ain't gonna lie.
They different, bro.
I've gotten them on there. Actually, I had one with Improviser, one with Medusa, and then I had another one with both of them on at the same time.
Nah, bro, they just have it.
They the guys, man. Shout out to both of them, man.
Shout out to the guys, man. Oh, I want to see you. I want to see you try to reach out to somebody with a following. Like the Call of Duty, like reach out to some of these Call of Duty joints. Because I mean, and see what happens.
I actually got one in the works. I ain't gonna lie. I got one in the works.
There you go.
See, I got one in the works. You feel me?
That one in the works. That one in the works is the one I want to see, because I think once you do that, it's gonna propel to bigger things. And the fact that you making the conversation genuine, like you said, just the one-on-one conversation, it's gonna be a vibe. So yeah, that's the one I want to see.
For sure. I got you, man. So it's crazy because there's one. I shouldn't be fucking saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. HR and R&D department, do not get mad at me. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna say it anyways. I got one that I'm probably gonna post soon. Then yours will go up, and I got another one after that, and I got another one possibly trying to get after that. So. If my college professors is looking and watching this, just know I'm about to be turning some bullshit in the next 2 weeks. I'm about to be submitting some bullshit in the next 2 weeks. But I promise you it's for a good reason. I promise you it's for a good reason.
Right, grind don't stop, bro. It is what it is. They just gonna have to live with it. It is what it is.
Y'all gonna be alright, man.
They're gonna be okay, bro. They're gonna be okay. Just make sure you like and subscribe, dog.
So, man, like, subscribe, you feel me?
Like and subscribe, man.
So, man. Hell yeah, man. So, hey, like I said, I ain't gonna lie. I don't say this often. I mean, I think I've said this to 1 and 2 other podcast guests, but when I say this, I'm being very honest. They're probably one of the most interesting guests that I've had on here. I ain't gonna lie. I will say for sure, because I ain't gonna lie, I have hella topics. The topics range from the Movement King Classic to Hooping Days to your podcast to the content to other shit that we could talk about. Like it's so much. It was layers on top of shit. You feel me? And this podcast is, bro. We've been recording for 2 minutes. 2 hours and 17 minutes. Anytime podcast goes to that 2 hours, we were spitting. True. And we were spitting for sure.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you, having me on, bro. This was dope.
For sure, man. For sure. And also, I just want to also preface, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, because we're close to the end of the podcast. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to say a huge shout out to my boy Flight. Make sure you guys check out my boy on all his platforms. He is. Hold on, let me see, because I got to get this right. I had the Twitter pulled up, and I don't want to get this wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you Vino Flight on some platforms, and you're FlightWhite on other ones.
Yeah, I think I'm DevFlightWhite on Twitter.
DevFlightWhite on Twitter. Vino Flight on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And
Vino Flight on Instagram.
Yep.
Vino Flight on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Vino Flight on YouTube. Just keep it all the same. Twitter's the only different one. So yeah. Yeah,
if you type in Vino Flight, you already know who he is. He gonna pop up.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. You feel what I'm saying? But hey, like I said, my boy, I appreciate you coming on to the podcast episode. And to anybody listening, thank you guys for making it this far into the podcast episode. Check out my boy Flight on all social media platforms. I ain't talking Flight Reacts. I'm talking about my boy Vino Flight. All right, I ain't talking no Flight Reacts. Even though shout out Flight Reacts, he doing his thing. I'm talking about
shout out Flight Reacts.
This the Vino Flight podcast. All right, you know what I'm saying? We might get Flight soon. Who knows? I don't know. We gonna aim for that soon.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Feel what I'm saying, man? Amazing guest on here, man. A great person, great energy, like I mentioned before, man. And also, make sure you guys follow Team Havoc on our Spotify. Follow us, Team Havoc Studios, on our YouTube channel. Because I'm starting to get my act together. I'm starting to post these on YouTube as well as our Spotify. Video version as well. We don't do just the audio version. I do the video version as well. Because Ranks is no longer selling. All right? I'm not selling no more. I'm doing my thing. All right? You know what I'm saying? The workload gets a little hectic. I'm the only one uploading these. I'm the only one doing thumbnails for these. So I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. All right? You may think Ranks is selling. I'm doing my best. All right? So, like I said, man, follow Team Havoc Studios on the rest of our socials. Y'all know the platform. I don't even gotta say this no more. Y'all ain't here for us. You ain't here for us. You here for flights. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, my boy, any final thoughts to anybody who was watching this episode? Any final thoughts? Any final quotes you want to leave them with before they head out?
Something that I was raised on, something that my people, a couple of my homies told me, is just this one simple quote. Some people call it insanity. I call it faith. Just listen to that, say it, and you'll get it. Say it and you get it.
Some people call it insanity. I call it faith. You feel me? I call it faith. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, that's a pretty good quote, because on the outside, they gonna think you crazy just because they ain't with you with them hours. When they asleep, I'm awake. You feel me?
Exactly.
So when I say something, there's a reason I'm saying it, and we're aware of how crazy we sound, fully aware, but we say it anyways. That's how confident we are. We know we're gonna sound crazy. We do it anyways.
Exactly.
So feel me, you know what I'm saying? Take a picture, write it down, put in a notebook, put it in the planner. We don't care. Put it somewhere, all right?
Put it somewhere. Put that shit out in the universe, man.
Put it out in the universe, man. So, hey, amazing episode we had on here. But, hey, we'll catch all you guys on the next episode. This is the conclusion of podcast with my boy Flight. We'll catch everybody on the next episode.
Sir.
Peace.